I've been dealing in military stuff for 30 years. I've got tanks, armoured cars and stuff. But it's often the smaller, quirkier items that have become really collectible. So I'm heading to Germany with Hoos on a picking trip that's a bit out of the ordinary, to say the least.
So, who are we seeing and what are we picking?
You're going to meet a raving lunatic now. He's named Renee Volt. He's a good mate of mine. I've known him for years. He is the nicest raving lunatic you'd ever want to meet in your life. It's not hard to find Renee's place. This is the house with all the rockets and shells in the front garden. When you get in this place, don't touch nothing, because this place has got more munitions lying around than you've ever seen in your life.
The dodgy looking place, isn't it? Look at the rockets outside the door.
Ah, Bruce!
Renee.
Nice to see you.
And you,
make a long trip.
This is
You're
who?
fresh?
Is that live?
This is live, for sure.
OK, come on, in you go and don't touch anything. Keep going, Renee, go through, yeah?
Yes.
I've never seen a place like this in my life.
Renee's gaff is chock-a-block with weapons and ammunition. All of it, he assures us, is totally decommissioned and perfectly safe. It's a little Aladdin's cave here, to be quite honest, yeah? Of course, even in a place like this, things can go wrong, as Rennie knows all too well.
Come in my basement, please.
Go on, Bruce.
Bruce, I can tell you on this place happened my accident.
In here?
Yeah.
Renee was innocently cleaning the head of a 75mm German artillery shell when, to his great surprise, the thing decided to go off.
I was lying here and I tried to move, but I cannot move because the leg was broken and this makes a lot of pain.
Oh, dear. So a piece of this broke your leg, yeah?
Yes.
You're lucky to be alive.
Yes, I am.
Listen, this gives me the creeps. Let's get out of here. Rennie's got oodles of kit, but a lot of it is post-war, which is less rare and not what I'm after at the moment. So I'm digging around for any hidden World War II gems. Oh yeah, look, it's a nice bit of tackling here, mate. Renee, very, very, very nice.
Look at this.
Don't touch anything, it might hurt you. Right, what else we got here? Interesting.
Bruce!
I'm sorry, mate.
I must have one of these.
The American shoulder-fired rocket launcher, or bazooka, was designed by US soldier and engineer Edward Hall. It went from drawing board to battlefield in just a month. Thousands were made, so they're fairly common. So this isn't for me. But as Hoos is finding out, this is just the tip of the iceberg.
Look at these.
Put the thing.
Look at these.
Yeah, listen, never ever taking him away with me again. This is an embarrassment.
These are good, these, mate.
Is this a drill weapon, yeah? It's for bayonet practice, yeah?
Yes.
So you can charge and strike. Although bayonets were first designed back in the 17th century, they were still used as a last resort in World War II. Soldiers of both sides practiced drills to prepare them for hand-to-hand combat. Again, not rare items, but interesting though. While Arnold Husenegger searches for more toys to play with, I spot something interesting.
Yeah.
Ah, Nebelwerfer. Lovely, OK. Now I love these things. The Nebelwerfer was a 6-tube rocket launcher with a range of 7 kilometres. The British nicknamed it the Moaning Mini because of the bizarre wailing noise the rockets made. This one looks like it suffered a direct hit. Cool, it's a bit of a state, isn't it? Is there any other bits with it, or is this it?
There are some small pieces.
Oh, OK, right, OK, yeah, they're just like hinge brackets and bits. Right. I mean, I'm just looking to see if we can repair this. Getting this rocket launcher back to its original state is a tall order, even for the twins. But then I spot something. There's a number here, Renee, as well. This is 1941. It's very, very early. This is one of the first production Nebelwerfers that were about. It's a very, very interesting bit of kit because you don't get too many of these about at all. With something as rare as this, battle damage does not necessarily dent the value. This is one of the first Nebelwerthers produced. It's of real historic interest. In fact, repairing it might even reduce its value. How much was this?
I think about it 1,500.
You need to get it cheaper than that.
1,200 euros, which is 1,100 and odd pounds. 1,200 euros, you got a deal.
Okay, but one pipe I will hold then for me.
No. Come on, listen. Put it there, 1,200 euros, you got a deal.
Cash.
Cheers, mate. Cash.
Thank you.
Cash?
Cash.
Pay the man.
That's it, isn't it?
Yeah, one more, please.
1,200.
Come on, let's go. £1,100 might seem a lot, but this battered, rusty chunk of metal is a piece of history, and I reckon it could sell on for £4,000. Renee, all the best. I'll see you later on.
Bye.
So happily, we leave Renee's place in one piece and head off to where it said Germany's nuclear scientists were trying to build an A-bomb. Now, we all know that the atomic bomb helped put an end to the war, but just suppose the Nazis had got there first. It's a terrifying thought. We're near the home of the famous V2 rocket, where Germany's rocket scientists were doing their stuff. The town of Kummersdorf, and a collector called Mario. Mr. Mario, lovely. Mario Henscher has a good eye for World War II memorabilia, but he doesn't speak English, so he's asked his daughter Maria to translate. And she's a chip off the old block.
Do you have money with you?
Well, money.
Yeah.
Money. Yes, I have good English pounds and euros, no problem.
Okay. Wir haben auch.
Now the Bank of Bruce is open for business. We can have a rummage around. What is this? It's a bunker for bunker, yeah? Nice bit of history, this. A bunker periscope. It was used to spot the enemy from bunkers without the risk of being seen or having your head blown off. Okay, right, have a look through there.
Mate, I'll tell you what I can see. I can see the airport with my flight on it on the way home.
You ain't going nowhere yet. Right, listen, you can see this is quite an early one. It's in good nick, right? But because it's got the maker's name on it, it means it's early war, because at some point in the war, because of the bombing raids, they took the maker's name off of everything that was produced and started to use a 3-letter code. And this hasn't got the 3-letter code on, so it denotes it's prior to basically 1942. The fact that this is early war and has original working optics means it's rare and highly collectible. One like this could go for over £1,000. I'm keen to buy it as long as Mario and Maria, the lean teen negotiating machine, are prepared to play ball. Is this possible to purchase, to buy?
Können die das kaufen?
Oh.
Oh no, I knew this was coming.
500?
500.
What, for a bird watching machine?
Yeah. Mario, I'll have that. Thank you very much. Here's a tip. You don't always have to haggle. When you know you've got a real bargain, just accept it. Save the bargaining for when it really counts. I've only seen one of these in my life, ever before. This is Tatra. This is a very, very rare vehicle. It's 1941?
41.
41, yeah? Tatra is the world's second oldest vehicle manufacturer, founded back in 1850 in Czechoslovakia. Hitler was a big fan of their engineering, so when the Germans invaded Czechoslovakia in 1939, they commandeered the company to make tank engines and trucks like this one. Ah, right, lovely. Original green plate. Right, see this here? That's the information plate for the vehicle. When it was made, engine number, chassis number. People collect just these plates on their own. The plates on their own are worth a few quid. A little bit of research and you can find out the whole history of something like this, and that will add thousands to its value. Mario, what sort of price would he want for this?
Was würdest du dafür wollen? So
6,000 euro.
6,000.
6,000 euros, yeah?
Yeah.
And what is that in pounds?
That's going to be about £5,400. Yeah, can we, yeah, look, Oos, I won't take too much, but ain't a bad price. Problem is, the hidden costs on something like this can be a nightmare. First you've got to get it home, then there's the labour, and where'd you buy spare parts for a 1941 Tatra truck? You can't just call Quick Fit, so sadly, this time it's a pass. Was ist das?
Ja, das Graphit, ein Graphitbehälter.
It came from
Kummersdorf.
Gotto.
From Kummersdorf.
Yeah, Kummersdorf, Gotto. There was a big area where they made nuclear experiments.
Right, okay, yeah.
And this is a graphite tank from there.
Hang on,
Yeah.
so this is graphite
Yeah.
from the nuclear research establishment.
So this is some kind of a nuclear rod?
We know that the Germans had brilliant nuclear scientists who ended up in America after the war. We know they were trying to develop a nuclear bomb. And here, near the Nazi Rocket Research Centre, is very possibly a Nazi nuclear relic. This needs investigating further.
Not by me, it doesn't. I'm no nuclear rocket scientist, but I know dodgy when I see it.
How often does somebody offer you what could be a discarded bit of prototype Nazi A-bomb? Radioactivity can last centuries, but nothing left Kummersdorf unless it was safe.
Bruce,
Yeah, so.
I think we should go.
Listen, mate, listen. This is historically very, very interesting.
Bruce.
Round, so.
I really think we should go.
Hoosh, calm down, mate. You've got to understand how historically important an item like this is. And this should be recorded, and we should tell people in the UK about it.
We should report it. Don't worry about it. Record it. Now, Renee's gaff, with all the mortars and grenades and stuff, that's one thing. But the idea of loading a van up with potentially radioactive atomic scrap, forget it. I'm going. Auf Wiedersehen.
Come back here, you tart. Mary Poppins! Oi, come here! Hoosh has no sense of adventure. I'm very, very interested in this, and I'd like to maybe do a bit more research on it.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
So how did it go then,
You
son?
donkey. You've given me right ag there, mate. Take that. I've got to
Mate,
get out of here.
listen.
Shush, stump.
Seriously.
Soaking wet.
Well, you're looking at stuff like that, what do you expect? You're just not well. I think that nuclear reactor's done something to your head, mate.
Having sold a German cannon, I've earned myself a little picking trip. So I've brought Ian over to France to a town called Argentan in Normandy. There's a dealer here I've never met before called Arnold. He's told me to meet him at the memorial. This area was the scene of fierce action after the D-Day landings. There are reminders everywhere of what happened here 70 years ago. Oh, freaking hell, look at this. I've got to get up here and have a play with this. This is a German 10.5 howitzer, left as a memorial to the war. The locals positioned it so that it points in the direction of Germany to remind them never to come back. Unbelievable. That's in awesome nick.
Well, as ever, if it's not nailed down, the boss wants to buy it. I don't think it'd be for sale, mate. It's on a memorial.
You know, at least French lot, they'll sell you anything. I don't know what Arno looks like, but he says he's driving a banged-up cream van. But in this part of France, it's not giving much away. This is him. Mr. Arno, my name's Bruce.
Yeah, welcome.
This is Ian.
Hello, mate. All right.
Hello.
We come to see you, or
Yeah,
if
it's
possible, can we
but
look?
you can climb at the back.
Get in the back.
Yeah.
You want to get in the back of a van with a strange van or not?
You having a laugh?
Come on then. Okay, all right. Don't know about this.
Mate, what website did you find this bloke
I
on?
don't know, but go on in you get. Right, hang on. I'll sit like that.
Mate, you'll fall out.
I'm not bothered about being abducted, but I am worried about my very expensive jacket in this bloke's very dirty van. But when we reach Journey's End and I see Arno's farmhouse, I'm excited already. You know, it makes it all worthwhile.
On the left.
Look in here. There's loads in here. Look, 88 boxes, pack 38 cases, grenade boxes, German helmets here, oil cans, fuel cans, vehicle parts. This is Aladdin's cave here. There's tons of it in here, mate. Arno might look like a bit of a hoarder, but there's method in his madness. The longer he sits on this stuff, the more it's worth. And this stuff is special because it tells the story of a key point in the war. This material all came from Falaise and Normandy?
Yes, most of it come from Normandy battle.
US troops, led by General George Patton, defeated German Panzer troops on Arno's doorstep 70 years ago. Arno scours Normandy battlefields, looking for memorabilia from these battles to collect and sell on. And judging by the quality of his kit, he's very good at it.
I have more if you want to see.
Yeah, please,
Huh?
yeah, can we?
Please follow me.
My nose is telling me that the real valuable gear is inside that chateau, monsieur. Lead on, Arno, my old boy.
God, you've got some lovely stuff in there.
The best stuff has to be kept dry. He's even collected World War II cigarettes. These can sell for £100.
What is this?
So look,
Is it a propaganda book?
Under Joseph Goebbels, the Nazi propaganda ministry controlled all forms of media and communications.
Look, they've all got their moustache.
look.
Allied forces dropped hundreds of thousands of leaflets, posters, fake letters, defaced postage stamps in an attempt to turn the Germans against Hitler.
It's counter-propaganda. The Allies are saying this, yeah, and we are saying that.
Right.
This book shows the German propaganda machine's response to that.
Oh, look at that!
What the enemy says, yeah, Adolf Hitler is a kinder,
When he was a child.
and what he really looks like. Did you get people buying stuff like that in France?
Yeah, it's for sale.
How much is it?
40 euro.
40 euros for
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
About 36 quid.
Is it?
Not my cup. I'd rather read the Beano.
If you want, I've got more things upstairs.
Fantastic.
Huh?
It's got a
See it?
look, oh,
German boxes.
Yeah. Here, have a look in here, and look, he's got some proper stuff in here. Oh no, what's this one? The American.
It's a US knife with the marking PAL.
During World War II, the US government purchased the entire knife production of most cutlery companies. The Powell Blade Company of Plattsburgh, New York, produced a 6-inch Bowie bladed fighting knife, which was widely issued to US Army troops and Marines.
Found in a farm. Not good condition.
No,
but,
it's not good
yeah.
condition. It's in fact, it's like proper.
But it's complete with the leather.
Yeah.
This is from the battlefield, but I know at the moment they're really popular, with good quality ones selling for £800 or more.
What sort of price for this?
It's 200 euro.
€200?
Yeah.
Can you do something a bit lower? Little
150,
bit lower?
150.
150.
Yeah,
150.
yeah.
That's about 130 quid. Okay, lovely. Oh, no,
Okay,
take that
good.
one. Yeah, lovely.
Okay.
Thank you.
This isn't in great nick, but it's a steal at 130 quid. I could get at least 250 for it in the UK. That's an easy uplift of 120 quid. Merci, monsieur.
There's a fez up there, look.
Is it
Next to that lufty helmet.
Hatskar division? Yeah.
Yeah,
The Muslim SS.
exactly.
Very bad men. Not good men.
Not a lot of people know about this. The Waffen SS 13th Mountain Division, or Muslim SS as they were commonly known.
That's a bit of history, mate. Basically, Himmler started to run short of being allowed to have the pick of recruits. So these guys were recruited from Bosnia, Yugoslavia. They were trained in France, but then they actually went into operation against Tito's partisans in Yugoslavia, and there was no quarter given on either side. These guys had a fearsome reputation.
Some Muslim SS soldiers were still fighting to save Hitler in the last days of the war in Berlin.
What is the price of this now?
Price in France is about 1,500 euro.
13.
In this condition.
1,350 quid. But again, hard to find. Lots and lots of fakes of these. I've seen so many fakes of these, but the easiest way these is to make. It's got red stitching, and that is the maker's name. It's Pucker, mate. That's absolutely right.
Original SS uniforms change hands for a fortune, but it's a bit too dark for me, not the sort of thing I like to buy. But this is interesting.
Horse gas masks?
Yeah.
Do you have both types?
Yeah, first model and
Yeah.
second model.
Mustard gas was one of the many horrors of World War I. When World War II broke, the Allies and the Germans issued gas masks to soldiers and civilians, but also to horses, which were a vital part of the German war effort.
There were two models, and they're both rare. This one, they put this up the nostrils.
Yeah.
I mean,
This part is
the
directly
nose, in the nose.
Yeah.
Imagine having that stuck up your hooter.
This is the first model.
Yeah, first model. Okay, there we go. That, right, goes over the snout. These are in good nick, but I reckon they're not everybody's cup of tea, so I want to drive the price down. Very, very interesting. Oh, no, are these for sale, yeah?
Yeah. This one is 250 euro.
Right.
This one is 400 euro.
400?
Yeah.
It's smaller, though. It
Yeah.
must be cheaper.
It's not the problem. The problem is that very difficult to find.
You know, if I was to take both, 300?
No. For both, it can be 400.
400?
400 if you want for the both.
350?
Okay, 350 if you want.
About 320 quid. 320 quid. Oh, lovely. That'll do. Thank you very much.
Good for you?
Yeah,
Okay,
very good.
it's good for me.
Horrible, terrible things, but it's interesting. That's a result. 2 horses gas mask worth 550 quid, bought for 320. I've got both masks for the price of one. I don't think he quite got the hint when I was asking where the village was.
Mate.
Oh, no. See you later, mate.
Bye-bye, Bruce.
See you later, mate.
See you
Bye-bye.
next time.
I was hoping we was going to get a lift there. I've had a good day. I've come away with some great clobber, but better yet, I've got a donkey to carry it all.
Do you want me to carry that box?
No,
You're
no,
all
all
right.
right, no. This week, I'm in Germany with Ian. We're heading to meet an old dealer mate of mine in a town called Wetschau, which looks like it's twinned with Croydon.
You not been here before then, though?
No, I ain't been here before. It's like East Russia here. Look at this place.
How well do you know this geezer? We're not going to get dragged into one of these garages and stuff.
No, don't worry about that, mate. He's all right. He's a very, very friendly guy.
What's his name?
His name's Michael, but we call him Panza Mike.
Well, he don't speak much English.
No, he don't. He just speaks German. That's why I need you here. I need you to translate for him, mate.
Panza Mike is a bit of a hoarder like me. He travels to World War II battlefields all over the continent and collects and sells all the artefacts he finds. He might be well travelled, but his directions are lousy.
Right, listen, I'm going to pull up and phone him. Just a minute. Michael, das ist Bruce. Bruce.
Wir sind bei die Garage.
Wasser bei der Gabe. No, garage. We are here. We wait.
I think he wants us to wait. And while we do, I'm going to give Bruce a little lesson in the local lingo. It's deine Frau zu kaufen.
Ist deine Frau zu kaufen?
Frau zu kaufen.
Kaufen. Yeah. What's that mean?
Oh, it just means hello, how you doing?
Ist deine...
Who's this on the pike?
This is him.
Hallo Bruce!
Michael.
Hallo!
He's in a rush.
Ist deine Frau zu kaufen?
Ja, warum nicht?
What's that mean?
You
Hello?
want to buy his wife?
Hello, Michael. Auf Wiedersehen.
No, that means goodbye.
Oh, okay.
Wie geht's?
Wie geht's?
Wie geht es?
I come Sie here for good tackle.
Bitte Bruce,
Come and see.
komm, wir gehen gucken.
Ah, Michael. Right,
Bitte schön Bruce.
lovely.
Mike's lockup contains an eccentric assortment of historical knickknacks. Straight away, I find a helmet with a bullet hole.
Oh dear, look at that.
Kopfschuss.
Ja.
Kopfschuss, yeah? Kopfschuss, what's that mean?
Kopfschuss, headshot.
Headshot.
Kommt 3000 Kilometer aus Stalingrad. Ja.
This from Stalingrad?
The Battle of Stalingrad was one of the bloodiest in the history of warfare. The attacking Germans ended up themselves under siege, and as they sat there, many of them were picked off by Russian snipers.
The Russians really come into their own with sniping in Stalingrad. You know, when they poked their heads up, they was walloping them straight away. So this is a very sort of true indication of real life in Stalingrad. One of the things about Russian snipers is that many of them were women. By 1943, there were about 2,000 female snipers in the Red Army. Statistically, women are better at shooting than men. They just make better killers.
That explains why my woman can throw a bit of croquet at me at 50 yards.
The helmet has historic value, but then I spot something more unusual.
Ah, look at this.
Handgranate 24 war das mal.
Hand grenade.
Ja?
Stick grenade, mate.
Unbelievable. This cup is made from the top of a Model 24 grenade, which the Germans used in both World Wars. For years, German industry produced only weapons and such, and after the war, people were so poor, they ended up recycling old military equipment. Well, I suppose they had nothing at the end of the war. So they've even taken things that can kill and destroy people and made it into a little cup. Price for this?
20 Euro.
20 euro.
20 euros. Okay, 20 euros. They're writing books about this stuff now. It's so rare. As a dealer, you need to spot trends. And this recycled military stuff is becoming very popular. What else have we got here? So these are the enamelled bits.
That's a Panzerfaust head, isn't it?
Panzerfaust?
Ja.
The Panzerfaust was a handheld anti-tank weapon. But even this has been converted by some desperate German for everyday use. So they've taken the Panzerfaust after the end of the war, stripped it down and enamelled it and made a cup out of it. This enamelled stuff's going up and up in value. This is the sort of stuff we should be investing in because you just can't find this back in the UK. Next, I spot a strangely shaped colander.
Big thing, isn't it? Look.
It's a Deutsche helmet?
Deutsche Stahlhelm.
No.
Yeah.
Sehr schön.
Yeah.
Passt.
Unbelievable. Lovely. Okay, what else has he got here as well? This is very interesting.
You know what that
Ah,
is?
it's Fallschirmjäger,
Paratrooper.
paratrooper.
Paratrooper helmet, mate.
Unlike the infantry, paratroopers use helmets with the rim removed. Good for reducing wind resistance and perfect for serving salad. Helmet made into a salad bowl. Look at that.
It's an expensive salad bowl.
God, dear, oh dear, I'd love that, mate. Let's play that down a little bit. I've seen many of these, many. What else we got here? 2 former gas mask containers. They're very interesting. Mass-produced. Every soldier had one of these, and all they've done at the end of the war, they put a handle on, changed the lid around, and then you've got a perfectly good, I take it it's a lunchbox. But this stuff just gets stranger and stranger. Look at that.
Ein Sieb. Jetzt ist es ein Sieb.
A sieve. That's unbelievable, mate. Is das gas mask?
Vom Filter von der Gasmaske.
That's a filter off of a gas mask. Cost?
Bruce, das ist ein Geschenk für deine Frau.
It's a
Für die Küche.
gift for your wife to cook. Yeah.
She'll probably make me wear it round the back of my head.
Yeah.
But thank you very much.
I'm sure she will be thrilled, mate.
Yeah, she will be thrilled. That's good. I'm getting right good at this German, I'll tell you. I feel like I'm in a weird kitchen shop. I've got a cup, a mug, a colander, a salad bowl, a lunchbox and a sieve, all for 100 quid. And I had a few more bits and saddle up for the long drive home. My Frau will be very, very happy. Auf Wiedersehen.
Auf Wiedersehen. Viele Grüße, Bruce.
Tell her, mate. All the best. Hoos and I hit Helsinki and head north. Finland is a big old place, 60,000 square kilometres, larger than the UK, with a population of just over 5 million. In fact, this is the most sparsely populated country in the EU.
Mate, you bring me to the dodgiest places I could ever... I mean, look at the place.
3/4 of Finland is trees. That's like the whole of the UK covered in forest. Otherwise, there's not a lot stretching right up into the Arctic Circle. I need to bag suit for later forecasts, but there's not much in the way of shops here. The fabled hoard of military treasure we've been told about is apparently out in the wilds of Finland. On the way, we're dropping into a militaria mad collector I've heard of called Rami. After 20 years in the military, Rami now hunts down and sells Finnish military gear used in one of the most incredible clashes of World War II. Remy! Hello. Hello, mate. Pleased to meet you.
Hello, Remy.
This
I'm
is
Bruce.
Hoos.
Pleased to meet you,
We
mate.
come to the right place here, yeah? Thank
Right
you.
place. Lovely.
Communist Russia used the start of World War II as an excuse to invade Finland. Bad mistake. The so-called Winter War that followed was one of the biggest upsets in military history. The Soviets sent in over 800,000 15,000 troops, vastly outnumbering the Finnish army. But the Finns fought a brilliant guerrilla war, vanishing into the thick forests. Hidden by long hours of darkness and winter snow, they humbled the mighty Red Army in a humiliating defeat. Rami stores his stock in his uncle's farm workshop. The best stuff is in a little room out the back. Oh, you've got some nice bits and pieces in here.
Yeah, something British. Like
British?
That one. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a battle chest. I mean, these are, to be quite honest with you, we can get them in the UK really easily. It's a standard. Is that a standard battle cap you've got there with you?
No, that's special.
Why is that special?
That's the cap for the British contingent during the Winter War and their badge.
I didn't know they had a special badge and cap.
Yeah.
Is that what this is?
Yes.
This British Army cap is really special. Towards the end of the Winter War, about 250 British volunteers came over to help the Finns kick out the Russians. But then, to stop the Russians coming back, the Finns had to ally themselves with Germany. Britain then declared war on Finland, and this meant the British volunteers were suddenly cut off in enemy territory. They had to dump their uniforms and get home as best they could. Yeah. They were stuck and they had to get back through. They got back through Sweden, I think.
Sweden, yeah.
I don't know what happened to, or whether they all got back, some were captured, I don't know. But this is brand spanking new. Yeah. So it was never used. So this was a piece of equipment that was left here.
Yeah.
And is that the sleeve badge, I take it?
Sleeve badge. They wore in the...
Listen, I'd be really keen on those two. And the jacket as well. Yeah. Have you got a figure in mind for these?
I think it's about 500 to 600 euros.
Well, 500 sounds better than 600.
Oh, yeah.
So,
I know.
It does.
If you take 500 for the free items, I'd take them now. 500 euros, yeah? I'll see your hand going. All right, okay. Yeah, nice. It's the first time I've ever seen British Winter War uniform. Specialist collectors back in the UK will be all over this. Very rare. Any other bits of interest? What's this thing here?
German propaganda prints.
Oh, blooming hell, look at them. Oh, they're nice. Oh, they're very nice. Look at these, Oos. Oh, look at that.
Oh, wow. That's a picture, that one.
Looks like a scene out of a recent war film. That's incredible, that. The Germans were masters of propaganda, and they drew on the all-too-willing help of artists, filmmakers and photographers. These photographs are beautiful and disturbing at the same time. They're also valuable documentary evidence. Oh, look at that. That's one of the big...
railway guns.
Yeah, railway guns. Firing at England, look. You know, it's probably the one that knocked out my granny's fish and chip shop. These are nice, beautiful photographs. What sort of price would that be?
I think it's about 200 euros.
150? 150.
Okay, why not?
Thank you. Rallies come unprompted. There's increasing interest in war propaganda, and the extraordinary history behind this uniform makes it very valuable. All right, okay. But Rami's not finished yet.
Have a look then.
Yes, this is some new stock. I just got it.
And this is all Winter War stuff, yeah? Or
Mostly.
things that, yeah, mostly.
This, man.
How do you know that ain't loaded?
No, I'm just checking.
Be careful, point it up in the air,
Just
you know what I
checking.
mean? Like a kid in a candy shop.
It's lovely, isn't it?
Is this deact?
That's a deact.
He can only touch deacts. Be careful with it.
Only allowed deactivated.
Yes.
What is this model?
That's M2830, the civil guards rifle. And that type of weapon, what you are holding now, is the same kind of weapon that top Finnish sniper Simo Häyhä used during the Winter War.
The Finns were used to the cold. They knew the terrain. They knew how to ski. And living in the wilderness, they knew how to shoot. Russian troops were terrified of Finnish snipers. And the most terrifying of all was a farmer called Simo Häyhä, who Russian soldiers called the White Death. Häyhä would lie in the snow, invisible, perfectly still in minus 40 degrees Celsius temperatures and take out Russians. In less than 100 days, he dispatched 542 enemy soldiers, more confirmed kills than any other sniper in history.
And his best score, I think it's 25 for one day.
25 people in one day.
Wow.
500 kills.
With this?
Yeah. And he did it over an open sight, no telescopic sights.
Iron sights.
Iron sight, yeah.
Just like that.
Wow.
But it's just not about his shooting ability, it's about his camouflage, concealment,
Yes.
all that. And he was an expert at it, wasn't
everything. He has some special techniques. He put lots of clothing on his, because staying warm and staying still. And he even put some snow into his mouth, that no steam coming out. So he was like an invisible, non-movement object.
Unbelievable.
So he'd have had a winter white overall. Is that one of them?
Yes, this is a Finnish snowsuit from World War II. There's some
lovely.
images.
Yeah, look, ski troops. Look at them. Yeah, look, got snowsuit skis. Look how they're dressed as well.
Look at that.
So this is what he would have worn while he was taking out all these Russians. You could see why the Russians called him the White Death. The snowsuits were lightweight and made of thin cotton, but the Finnish soldiers always wore their thickest uniforms underneath and used both mitts and masks to stay warm. Have you got an idea of price on any of this stuff?
I can give you a 600 for the rifle and the snowsuit 500.
We're nearly there on the mark. I mean, I always like to have something off.
That's a fair price on the rifle and the snowsuit, including the photos.
And the photos.
Yes, there's a fair price.
We're going to have a deal there.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. I'm too bowled over to haggle. I've paid about 100 quid more than I'd have liked. But look what I'm getting. The photos, the wartime Finnish snowsuit and a sniper rifle of the exact type used by the greatest sniper in history. In fact, come to think of it, this is a perfect gift for my Sue, who loves a bit of sharpshooting. Oh, look, there he is, military stuff. Phil and Nick are missing a period fuel cap for their German motorbike restoration. With Rammy's help, I've managed to track one down right here in Finland. Ah, Kerry, yeah?
Yeah.
Lovely. We found it all right. I'm Bruce.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks. This is my colleague, Hoof. Now, I don't know if you can help us, but it's the parts I spoke to you about, motorbike parts.
I might have what you are looking for. Please come.
Thank you. Yeah, look. That's nice. Blooming hell. You got a lot of material here then, Kerry, yeah?
This is my hobby.
Yeah, your little hobby. A little Aladdin's cave in here.
Yeah.
Ah, that looks like it.
Is it this one you're looking for?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
So that's the cap we're after. That's the one he's phoned me about, which we're missing. This is a measuring cup for the two-stroke oil. So, can I ask you, how much would that be?
Let's put it 50 euros.
50 euros.
Yeah.
Lovely, done.
Okay.
Done, that's lovely. But you've got other bits in here. Panzer Shreks. Was there a lot of this material left after the war?
Yes, the Finnish army had these in active use in the 1950s.
Panzer Shreks were given to the Finns by the Germans for use against the Russians. By the end of the war, the Finns were using them against the Germans. The name literally means tank terror, and for good reason. This thing can penetrate 160mm thick armour. Only the giant Tiger II had any chance of surviving a direct hit from one. These are really nice things for collectors. So would these be for sale possibly?
I'm not very keen to sell these because here in Finland there ain't many of them in private hands, so...
They're tucked away in your little room. Come on, you must
be, you always have too much stuff, so...
Yeah.
Let's say that one for 1,500 euros.
See, that's 1,500 euros. That's just...
That's just over £1,100.
Yeah, see, in all fairness, that's a little bit, it's on the high side. Would you take 2,000 euros for the two? For the two of them?
No.
No?
No. 2.5.
2.5.
You know, let's meet nearly halfway and 2,200. How's that?
Okay.
Yeah?
Make a deal.
2,200,
Yeah, we make a deal.
Lovely, okay. These Finns drive a hard bargain, but Panza Shreks are rare in the UK. And even at these prices, I can turn a tidy profit. I'm off with Hoos for the climax of our Finnish adventure. We're finally following up on the exclusive tip-off from my buddy Ben about the mythical Picker's Paradise.
It's in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
And it was full with cannons. Unbelievable. You could not walk.
You're joking.
So many items.
It could potentially be a gold mine of untouched military booty, and yours truly can't wait to get stuck in. Problem is, we've been driving towards the horizon for hours and there's still no sign of it. I mean, fancy living out in the middle of nowhere. What'd you get up to at night? Never mind the middle of nowhere. We passed nowhere 4 hours ago. There are trees and fields and trees and the odd house and trees. I'm starting to hallucinate. It can't be a lot further, mate.
I think we're nearby, mate. He said you'll see a sign where it shows you it anyway.
Here it is. This is the sign. That's the sign he told us about. Ampedulum. I can't even pronounce it. When we finally arrive, I can see immediately that the long journey has been worth every single mile. It's like Steptoe and Son and Rambo have set up shop in a Scandinavian backwoods. There are First World War Russian cannons, massive anti-aircraft weapons, and enough German PaK-40 artillery to overthrow a small South American country. This place is crazy, but not as crazy as Matty, the owner. You have a lot of marine things, anchors from the sea, yeah?
Anchors away.
Apparently, Matty's 79 years old. He doesn't look it. I wonder what's the secret of his youthful good looks.
When I had easy life, only some years in prison, no alcohol, no cigar.
No women?
I have 4 children with 3 women.
Oh, right, OK. See, is that what you do? Because there's nothing to do in the summer here, is there? Now, Matty might come across a bit eccentric, but he's got one of the biggest, most impressive collections I've ever seen. Mountains of stuff. Some of it very rare, if not unique. What is this?
There was a machine gun inside.
Oh, was a machine gun inside?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, right, yeah.
It's heavy.
Yeah, I think so, 8 tons.
I can't wait to see what's inside the containers. The higher value stuff is generally kept protected from the elements.
Here is British.
All right.
84 millimeters.
Blimey hell. So this is a British.
This is British made, yeah.
Well, can I take some photographs?
Yeah.
Okay. That's beautiful. The trick here is to sell the pieces before I even buy them. So I'm going to take some photos and line up some buyers. Take all that off there, Oaks. I've got to have a look in there. These are 75mm toolboxes, yeah?
Yeah, this is...
Matty's even got armourer's toolkits from German PaK-40 anti-tank guns. Brand new, old stock, courtesy of Hitler's Wehrmacht.
I can send to you list like photos and prices.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Lovely.
But good prices.
Yeah. Yes, all my prices.
Did you hear that? All these prices are good.
Next, we move on to the big guns. With the PaK-40s, what is the price?
Price is 18,000.
18,000. Can we make a deal, possibly?
Yeah.
Could we maybe, if I take 2 for 30,000? It's possible?
No.
No?
This is price each 18,000 euros. This 75 millimeters pack.
Now these guns are in great nick, but that is a very punchy price tag, and the man will not budge. So it's only the one price, yeah?
Yeah.
And it turns out he won't budge on anything. What is the price of this?
It's today Today only. It's today 4,500 only. 70,000.
7,000?
17.
17,000?
35.
35,000 euros.
Special price for you.
Yeah?
12,000 only.
12,000 only.
This is 45,000.
45,000? Serious?
Yes, sir.
He's serious, isn't it? No wonder he's got so much stuff. Who's going to make the schlep up to Winter Wonderland to pay these prices?
There's nothing to do in the summer here, is there?
something I really want. This barrel, this is the Stug, yeah? This is the barrel of a German Sturmgeschütz 4 or Stug 4 assault gun. Unlike a normal tank, it had a fixed gun and was used as a mobile tank destroyer. Over 1,000 were produced during the war, but I know of only 3 that survive today. So authentic parts like this are gold dust. Look at the hole there. It's taken a big hit, big hole.
Yeah.
Wow. And the barrel's actually bent. Yeah, well, I'm going to have a deal on that, definitely, right? How much of the barrel?
This is 6,000.
So this one is 6,000, yeah? So, yeah, we can do a deal on that.
Yo.
Job done. Yeah. 6,000 euros for a bent barrel with a hole in it might sound excessive, but I'll make a big profit from this. Now Matty's seen the colour of me money, he knows I'm a serious buyer. This deal should help break the ice. I work with museums in England, and I think they'd be very interested in some of these. I've taken lots of photos, and the time will come when Matty needs money. I think we do a lot of business together. I sense this is the start of a very profitable relationship.
The Hetzer engine is not authentic, and it's not working. Nothing's happening.
I've told Slava my Hetzer is the best in the world, but at the moment it ain't even moving. I need a genuine, reconditioned Hetzer engine, sharpish. So I've made a detour to the Czech Republic to hook up with Ian. We're foregoing the usual delights of Prague and heading for an old tank factory instead.
Long way to come for an engine, isn't it? Yeah.
Hello, Bruce.
Hello, yeah, that's me. You're Constantine, yeah?
Yes.
And Constantine,
nice
I'm Bruce.
to meet you finally.
Hello, yeah, thank you. We didn't know if we come to the wrong
Constantine Appelt and Paul Circle are incredible engineers who specialise in restoring old tank engines. After the war, German tank engines were reused by the communists here in the Eastern Bloc to run farm equipment even up to the present day, which is why engines have survived. Happily, the guys here have an old Hetzer engine. Sadly, it is not good to go. What is the problem with it?
It has to be completely overhauled. The cylinders, you have to manufacture new cylinders.
I need this next week. How quickly? Can we have it in a week?
Normally it takes 3 months.
Minimum.
Yes.
We must be able to negotiate to make it do quickly.
No, it's not possible. There's plenty of work.
Also the pieces have to be manufactured. We manufacture
You have
all the
them in
pieces.
stock now, or?
No, they have to be manufactured, especially for this engine.
3 months? That's worse than my local garage.
Still want it, though. Let's just do it. OK, all right, we'll do it. Now, the big question is, how much we're going to be doing?
The price about overhauling of this type of engine is approximately 35,000.
Do you have a chair? I need to sit down. 35. I mean, I'm thinking more. 25. 25,000 is a good price for a complete overhaul.
No, it's not possible to do it for this money.
No? You must be able to come down a little bit on something. 25, 26.
The least we could really do is 30,000.
30. Done?
Okay.
OK,
Deal.
Lovely. And one other thing, a crate of Czech beer.
Okay,
All right?
fine.
Job done. Thank you. Lovely. This new engine won't be ready for Slava's visit, so I'm relying on the twins to work their magic and get the Hetzer's current engine running. While I'm in Prague, I want to meet up with a dealer called Yarda. He's got a hangar
on a military airfield that's been disused since 1991. You've got to travel to pick up military kit. They didn't call it a world war for nothing. It touched every corner of the globe, and that's why there's a worldwide community of collectors and dealers. This is a former Soviet bloc centre of administration for the Air Force called Relics, which is Ghost Town. And he's told us just to get here, get through the gate, walk to the airfield, right, or the runway, and then look for some bomb-proof craters. And he said there's a few of them, and he's in number 38. Look at the size of this place. That's huge. I ain't seen a runway this... Well, I ain't seen one this big.
So nothing lands.
There were Russian MiG fighters based here during the Cold War. They sat in these bomb-proof hangars, protected by metre-thick steel doors.
Mate, there's quite a few of them.
Yeah, but it's got to be one.
It can't be that far.
There he is. That's him. Yarder! Hello, Yarder. How the devil are you,
hello,
my friend?
Bruce.
All right? All right? This is Ian.
Bruce.
Pleased to meet you. All right?
Yarder. Hello.
How's your English? Improved?
Whatever, so little cash, money, deposit.
About as good as my Czechoslovakian. Is this your building, yeah?
Yes.
Can we have a look, yeah?
Yes,
right.
come.
Oh, it's like Thunderbirds, look. Impressive, very, very good. Straight away, tucked away at the back of the hangar, I spy an OT-80 armoured personnel carrier. Interesting vehicle and a Cold War classic. It's running?
Yes, have a little problem with clutch or running, yes.
Right, OK. It's, but it's complete, yeah?
Yes, yes, yes.
Can we look inside, yeah? Oh, you've got all kinds of junk in here as well. Inside, what do I find? But a load of Luftwaffe gear, which I'm really interested in. All kinds of stuff in here. Is that a parachute harness? You've got a little Aladdin's cave here, Yarder.
Gonna put it on?
Yeah, go on, try it. Listen, because I'd be interested in it. If that's right, I'd definitely be interested in it.
Bit skinnier in 1940.
It fits, yeah. How do you know that's a pilot's one or...
Ain't a pilot's one.
No?
No, it's an RZ-20. It should say it on it. They'll have, well, the Germans, as always. There'll be something on there. There you go. Sprungschirm für Fallschirmtruppen. Yeah. Parachute for paratroopers.
This is a bit special. When you land in enemy territory, you want to be free of your chute as quickly as you can. And the RZ-20 was the first ever quick-release parachute. Price on this?
I will sell complete this Luftwaffe parts.
Yarder's picked up a few sales tricks since I last saw him. He's forcing me to buy more. See what else he's got in there. Yeah, what's that? It's an overall, isn't it? Oh, it's a pilot suit, yeah?
Yeah, it's a heated pilot suit.
What do you mean heated? They actually...
Has it got the...
What's that? So this is a pilot's helmet, yeah? It's a...
Kopfhalber.
Yeah?
If you imagine, 2 ears, top of the head, and your face is here. Then round the back, you've got the cable going in for the comms. This is...
Heated, did you say, yeah?
It might be heated. Some of them got plugs in, and they run electric cables down. Because obviously this is a cold weather pilot suit. Bomber crews flew at high altitudes, where temperatures were well below freezing. So before pressurised cabins, they needed heated suits to survive.
God, you'd sweat to death in that thing.
Look at that. Bear
What's that?
skin.
Is it bear or rabbit skin?
You see a rabbit like that, mate,
yeah.
I'd run.
So, Yarder, this piece, the suit and the parachute harness.
Yes.
What is the price for the three?
1,800.
1,800 euros, yeah?
Euros, yes.
Can we do something on that? Say, I don't know.
2,000.
You're getting good at this game, aren't you? I was going to say 1,200.
1,200. 16 is minimum.
15 and we got a deal.
No, okay,
15.
Right,
Right.
okay.
Stick that away as well.
So the parachute harness, pilot suit and hat are mine for €1,500. That's 1,250 quid. But back in the UK, they can fetch double that.
Right, Yarda, mate. Thank you very much indeed. All right, thanks for your time and thanks for the material. I'll be in touch. Come on, mate.
Cheers.
See you later.
It's been a great trip to the Czech Republic, but now I need to make sure everything's on track for Slava's visit. While the twins get their hands dirty, I'm getting my head round my parachute jump. But because it's on D-Day, I want the kit to match the occasion. So I've popped across to the Militrax fair in Holland to see my old mate Michelle Clements to stock up on authentic World War II gear.
Michelle, my friend, how we doing?
How you doing?
All right, you're the man. Can you sort us out? We need some airborne clobber, we need jump jackets, we need helmets.
Okay.
Whatever you can do for us, I would appreciate, mate, yeah?
You may think the stallholders have the best stuff on display, but for those in the know, it's always worth checking round the back.
Come on, let's have a look. Oh, yes, that'll do.
Oh, calm down.
Is this all Pucker gear, Michelle, yeah?
That's all original stuff, yeah.
Is that real? Is that Pucker?
Yeah, it's a real one. It's nice, dated, 43.
Right, lovely.
Canvas chin strap, all genuine World War II.
I've got to tell you, that feels proper. I know I'm a big head, but it's all right, that. All right, put that to one side. And this is the stuff I didn't want to do, but I need some itchy trousers, because we got to do it absolutely right.
I've got a proper one here. The difference is just a big pocket, 2 big pockets on the back.
What were they for?
Extra bandage to put in.
They're pretty rough, mate.
Mate, they proper come up there.
He's going to give me chip. Look at the size of the epoxy things.
Materials were in short supply during the war. That's why parry uniforms were made of cheap, itchy material. They had huge pockets because troops had to carry insane amounts of gear. Soldiers jumped with everything they needed to survive and lugged an extra 60 kilos of kit on missions.
Right, we've got here. Listen, mate, this will do me. Let me go and try these on.
Okay, do it. There's some bushes over there.
Michelle's got some really good gear, but the changing rooms are a bit drafty.
These are a little bit tight. Are they supposed to be this tight? Right, hang on!
What about you two? Huh? You know you ain't supposed to wear Y fronts no more.
How high are they supposed to come? Because they're right on me old Charlies.
Pull them up as far as you can.
Right, hang on! How can you jump in these things? Michelle, me man, I've got to tell you, outside being the itchiest thing I've ever had on in my life, how's that look?
You look fantastic.
The most famous thing the Paras wore was the Denison smock.
Oh, how the hell did they put all this stuff on?
It was windproof to keep them warm on missions, smooth to stop the uniforms from snagging on branches when they jumped, and hand camouflage to help them hide when they landed.
Oh, how's that happens? That ain't too bad. No, that's all right. No, that's all right. That's comfortable.
Sure you don't want to add a pair of these on, Bruce? Stop your trousers chafing.
No, because I've got to tell you, mate, I've already got some of them at home, but that's for the weekend.
Hey, mate, look at this.
Oh, dat is Fairbairn Sykes, third model. Dat is what they put into the pockets.
Paras would carry an arsenal of weapons, but none were hated by the Germans more than the Fairbairn Sykes fighting knife.
Adolf Hitler put out an order. Yeah, anyone captured with them knives were to be shot because they were commandos.
What, these?
Yeah, them knives, mate, yeah.
What's all the other gear in there?
Fags.
Fags? Yeah, I don't smoke, but yeah, players, are they pucker?
Yeah, there's original full package of cigarettes.
Cigarettes were a must for most soldiers. During the war, American troops got through 90 billion fags, and the number of people who smoked increased by 75%. But that wasn't the only thing that jumped up in the war.
What's this? Oh, no, look, for control of pubic crab lice. Apply to all regions of the body where the coarse hair is present. On hairy individuals, crabs may be scattered over the entire body. Mate, that is gopping.
Lice are only a couple of millimetres long, but they were a massive problem in the war. They feast on blood and carry lethal diseases like typhus, so this powder saves lives. I'm banking the boys will be lice-free for D-Day, but this tin and the other bits are great. I didn't think it could get any better, but then Michelle pulls out the piece de resistance.
Ah, parabike.
BSA, World War II, Parabike.
Fine,
Parabike.
right, lovely, okay.
Everything original.
Parabikes were lobbed from planes along with the troops and played an important role during D-Day and the legendary Battle of Arnhem. Right, put that with it as well. We'll have a tally up, let's see what we can do.
75, the knife, cigarettes.
€100 for a packet of fags.
Yeah, comes with the tins.
Oh, yeah, lovely, OK. Tins worth 100 quid. Yeah. €100, that might seem steep, but cigarettes aren't made to be kept, and a full wartime pack in a tin is a collector's item.
And...
€22.55.
It's a total plus the bike. It's €3,755.
How much? Ouch, that hurt where it matters. I need to see if I can get this to under 3,000 sterling. Right, come on, son, let's do a proper deal here. Listen, 3,000 sounds like a very nice number.
No, I can't do it. I do you for 3,500.
OK, right, what's that in pounds then?
Talking about £2,700.
Done. Well, that lot cost a bit, but this stuff will only go up in value. Plus, I can save an airfare by making Freddie cycle home. Putting on a show, you want something special to show off. And there's something very special I've wanted to get my hands on for ages. I'm off to Normandy, to the site of a big battle. It's a great place to pick up military kit. Mortain is the site of a terrible World War II battle. In 1944, Hitler orders an SS Panza division to attack the invading American army. But the Americans give them a right old kicking, forcing the Germans to retreat. But as they retreat, they abandon their vehicles around the old Mortain train station. That's the station there.
If you zoom in.
Right.
Yeah. Them two splat marks there. Still up on that corner up there, see it?
We've come to the exact spot where in 1944 a photograph was taken with the station in the background, and it shows the vehicle I'm after. It's a German amphibious car called a Swimwagen. They're so rare that if it is still in the area, it'll be the find of a lifetime and worth a fortune. That's the tree there.
The Schwimmer's there.
20 years ago, I was shown this photograph by a local who believed that this particular Swimwagen still exists. There's a legend about this Swimwagen being pulled off and taken off by a farmer, and apparently somebody round here still got it. If it could be found, it's priceless, mate. But whether it's a story, a myth, I don't know. When something is linked to a genuine wartime photograph, it acts as proof of its history, and this sends a value through the roof. But first, we've got to find it.
I can't speak any French.
No, listen, neither can I, but the hands work wonders. My name's Bruce, pleased to meet you, old son.
Où est le Allemande amphibian auto?
Take Swimwagen home.
Schwimmwagen. Do you understand me?
No luck, mate. If I was looking for a loaf of bread, I've had loads of luck. How'd you go?
Well, you know. 20 years, you say you want to come here?
Yeah.
10 minutes, mate.
You got something?
Got the address of it.
Where'd you get it from?
Some geezer up there outside the bar.
And he knows about the Swimwagen?
I showed him a picture on my phone.
Right.
He was going, wee, and he wrote this down.
You're joking?
No.
Well done, mate. Have a bit of bread. Where is it?
It's not in Mortain.
It's not in Mortain?
It's up the road in some little village, apparently.
I'll punch it in the sat-nav. I want to get there now. Well done here, me old son. I smell Swimwagen.
Mate, it's the right street. It's number 5.
I'm out with Ian, scouring the Normandy countryside, looking for a very special German vehicle, a legendary 166 Volkswagen Swimwagen. This amphibious car allowed army reconnaissance units to cross rivers at will, even when there were no bridges. Number 12. Yeah, look. Ian's tracked down the address of a farmer who we're told might have one. The good thing about farmers is they hate chucking things out. Bonjour, monsieur. Hello, my name is Bruce. And this is Ian. We give your address to look for Swimwagen. We come for look for military vehicle. Yes?
Swimwagen.
Swimwagen, yes, this is it. Monsieur Yves Echard
has spent his life as a farmer in this area. And just the fact that he knows what a Swimwagen is, he's sending my pulse racing.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Ian, we got something here, mate. I've got to tell you.
This place is brimming with my favourite stuff, rusty gold.
Here, look, he's got Swimwagen pieces there. It's for Swimwagen. Yeah, I'm happy. Christmas. That is a swimmer engine. So we're hot on the money here. Well, don't fib all this original stuff. It's like a little gold mine, trust me.
This is the type of barn I dream of. I've already seen a couple of engine parts. Who knows what's in the other barns?
In here, monsieur, yeah? In here?
Where?
Yeah? Where? Shall we open it for you? Ian, grab that wrist, yeah?
Right, there we go. Now.
Oh, Ian.
Now this is what I'm looking for.
Hang on, look. There's runes. It's painted on it.
Straight away, Ian spots a telltale sign. This is the symbol of the Waffen SS.
SS 212. There's the remains of the number plate.
Then I see it. Look at that. Unbelievable. This marking is the Wolf's Angle, or Wolf's Hook. It's the sign of the Das Reich, Hitler's elite fighting force, feared and hated across Europe.
I'm not being funny. I do not think that has been monkeyed up in this barn. That is from the day.
The one that is in the photograph outside Montaigne Station. So it does exist, and this is the man that's got it. This is incredible, mate. This is a time warp. Look.
To see the remains of a Das Reich vehicle is very rare. It also means the Germans sent their best soldiers to the battle in Mortain. And defeating this SS division was an important victory for the Allies.
Look at that. It's been smashed to bits. They're all shrapnel marks, bullet holes. This has been in a proper tear-up. Whoever was in this got absolutely blasted to pieces. Here, look, there's loads of stuff in the back here as well. Look. Yeah. Everything is here. There's a bloody dashboard, look.
J'en ai 2 ou 3 de ça.
Everything's here, look. Mate, I mean, I've got to be honest with you. If we can get our hands on this... Oh, I just don't know. I don't know. I'm getting very excited here. I haven't been this excited since my wedding night.
Monsieur Richard has saved all the bits. We could have a complete and authentic vehicle here.
Look, no tech light. Fantastic. This is a convoy light on all German vehicles. Basically, it projected the light down so that it couldn't be spotted from the air, and these came in a kit form, one on the front, one on the back, yeah?
An original no-tech light will set you back a couple of £100. Add that to a restored vehicle and it will bump it up by thousands.
I've got to tell you, this is something of historical significance.
Would you restore it or would you keep it like this?
You've got to keep it like this, mate. You'd have to put all the parts would have to go back on it, right? Put it back together, but it would have to be left like that.
And leave it like that.
I've dreamt about this, Ian, all my life.
This is why I love what I do. Who'd have thought a piece of living history was hidden away in this barn? This is so rare, the sky's the limit to what it's worth.
I don't know how much we can get this out of him for, but to be quite honest with you know, I ain't going to say money's not an object, because it is, but for me, this is something absolutely unique. I mean, I would give me right arm for this. Monsieur, avez-vous une coffee and une calvadosi?
Oui.
Yeah, wavy.
A little snifter should smooth negotiations, but I need to get this deal done fast before anybody gets a whiff of it.
Cheers, monsieur. Lovely. Bottoms up.
Cheers.
I'm in a barn in Normandy trying to do a deal on a unique Das Reich Swimwagen, and the homebrew is flowing.
Oh, fantastic. Put ears on my chest, that is.
This old boy's hung on to the Swimwagen for 70 years. He knows it's valuable, but what does he think it's worth?
Monsieur, your Swimwagen is fantastic. Is possible we make exchange? Swimwagen comes to me. Is possible? Maybe. You think? No. I'll tell you what I'll do. You can name your price here.
The thing is with farmers, they love to drive up the price. So you've got to start low and be prepared to go up fast.
What about this? 20 20,000 euros. 20,000.
Oui, oui.
Yeah?
No.
No?
None? Not after the best start.
30,000.
No.
All right, tell you what, forget that. We ain't even going to talk about 30 grand. We're going to talk
On n'est pas
about...
pour le commerce aujourd'hui.
We're going to talk about
aujourd'hui.
40,000 euros now.
Non, je suis pas pour le commerce.
Monsieur, you're killing me. What about this? Forget the 40,000.
On est breton.
What about 50,000?
On est
50,000. Look at that.
No.
No?
No.
I've gone from 20 to 50,000 euros in half a glass of home brew, and it's still a bleeding none. This old boy knows how to drive a hard bargain.
One more time, one more. Forget 50. 60,000.
60,000 euros? I need to have a word here before he offers a kidney. He don't want to sell it. I understand that you want it badly, yeah? And I understand why you want it badly, but today is not the day. He ain't going to sell that. It's not about the money.
No, it's not
It's about what it is.
And I concur with that sentiment. He's a man after my own heart.
You spent 20 years looking for it.
Yeah.
You found it.
Yeah, yeah.
You know where it is now.
Yeah.
Yeah? So one day there might be a chance you can come back.
Listen, it exists. That's the important thing.
You found it. You
I know.
where it is.
And I want to stay in touch with you, mate. It's been an honour and a pleasure to come here, you know. Monsieur. Oui. How can I say this? It's been an absolute pleasure and honour coming to see you. Should you ever come to England, please be my guest, and please can I come back and see you one day? Thank you. Au revoir. Goodbye.
It's a disappointment not to clinch the deal, but I'm more convinced than ever now that swimming a Swimwagen at the country show will pull in the punters.
But an email came through this morning about a modified 116 tank transporter.
Has he got photographs?
Yeah, he sent them through to you.
Let's have a look.
Looks like a heap of scrap to me.
Oh, stop. Listen, mate, that's in brilliant condition. Unbelievable. I've never, ever seen that, mate. It's very, very rare. The Mad Turk might have come up trumps here. These photos are of a 116 tank transporter. It's a flatbed trailer used to carry armoured vehicles to the battlefield, more than 20 tonnes at a time. Nearly all were destroyed during the war, and I've never seen one in such good nick. Where is it?
This is in Vienna, yeah?
Right, and has he indicated what sort of money he's looking for?
Well, mate, my man's talking about, on the email, 100,000 euros.
Not only does it cost 100 large, this thing is huge. After permits and paperwork and dragging it halfway across Europe, this thing's going to cost us another 40k.
You're talking some serious money here, mate.
Doesn't matter, mate. You have to strike while the iron's hot. That is rare, I'm telling you.
Have we got the time and the money to get involved with this?
If we could get that for 50, 60 grand and turn it around for 100, 120 grand, of course we have, mate.
We need to speak to the geezer. I'll forward this on to you. Will it make
you forward on, mate.
I ain't happy about this.
Oh, well, I know you ain't, but at the end of the day, how do you think I'll pay your wages?
You're just
your
getting excited over
excessive
pictures.
lifestyle. I'm going to have a cup of tea.
Listen, we can't afford this, mate. I'm telling you.
We can afford it.
This geezer's a nightmare.
I'm near Vienna with Ian to look at a World War II tank transporter that Who showed me on email. The owner is out of the country, so he sent some engineer called Alex to stand in.
OK, I open the gate.
Thank you. Do you want a hand here? Look, it's British muscle, that is. Follow you? Yeah?
Yes, follow me, please.
OK. I'm looking forward to seeing this.
It's inside in this garage here.
So it's been dry stored for a long time?
About 50 years.
50 years?
Yes.
Finding any big World War II machine is good. Finding one that has been protected under wraps for 5 decades is even better. Blimey, it's big, isn't it? God, it's very, very big. I have to say, it's in very good condition. It looks like it's come from the factory, just painted in the undercoat. For a 70-year-old vehicle, this thing is in really good nick. It's even got its original red oxide paint. But it's absolutely huge and hidden under loads of other machines. I need to get a better look at it. Oh, this is the rear steering part, yeah?
Yes.
This is a special reinforced version of the 116 with a rear steering section. This one could carry around 35 tonnes and is a whopping 14.5 metres long. It's big, really big. Do you have any paperwork or drawings with this at all?
I had the paperwork here.
Oh, can I have a look? Yeah,
yes,
possible.
Sure.
Oh, fantastic. That's original then, yeah? And it's got all the technical specification on it. It actually tells you here the year of manufacture, 1944. So it shows that it is a wartime trailer that we're looking at here today. Unbelievable. The documents look great, but paperwork can be forged. So before doing a deal, I need to hunt for more proof that this is an authentic World War II machine. Whoa, gold. They always struck gold here, mate. That is a full-on Waffenamt stamp, massive. That's awesome. That's what I wanted to find. The Waffenamt was a government office responsible for inspecting military equipment. And finding a Waffenamt stamp on the trailer is a pretty sure sign that it's the real deal. When have you ever seen one of these?
I've never seen one, mate. I think it's a piece of kit.
I know people in Russia, America, Europe and the UK that would give their right arm for this. But it's all about the price, mate. The price and how much it costs to get it out of here and get it back to the UK. If we were maybe to do something with this, you would have to get this out, clear this, and then we could look at it properly. Yes. Could this all be moved, yeah?
I hope so.
You know, it's a lot of work moving this, a lot of work. I'm really excited about the trailer, but this thing is humongous. Hoosh was right. Dragging this thing home could cost me tens of thousands.
How are you going to pull it?
That's the big problem is, because if I had this, I've either got to get one of them 18-ton Famo half-tracks, them huge ones, or found. You know, the big German trucks?
Yes.
So I need to find one of those.
But I know one found also.
In this town?
In this town, yes. Restorated condition.
No way.
Restored?
Restored to drive.
No.
Yes. It's about 2 miles from here.
First, the rarest and most pristine tank trailer I've ever seen, and now a wartime truck that can tow it.
You can buy in Austria one trailer and the found truck.
My wife's not going to like you a lot. Listen, Alex, if we could do that, obviously depends on the price and the deal we can do, but while we're here, if we can go and see that, like a dream come true for me. But before I get carried away with this tow truck, I need to know how much this Titanic tank transporter's going to set me back. Very nice, Alex, very nice. But before we go any further, I've got to have an idea in my head. What sort of price?
I can offer you this trailer for 100,000.
100,000 euros?
Euros, yes.
Oh, mate, I've got to tell you, that's a lot more than I thought it was going to be. Moving it would probably cost me 40,000 euros. I was thinking more like 50,000. You know, we must be able to come closer together.
When we can make now a deal, yes?
Yeah.
I can make you the best offer, yes? We give now in hand for 80,000. 80,000 and you are the new owner.
I'll tell you what we do before I take your hand. Let's go and see this other vehicle.
Yeah.
To see if we can make one possible package for everything.
Okay.
Okay, but before I agree to anything, I need to see the truck now, yeah?
Okay.
Can we go, yeah?
Yes.
Thanks, okay, come on. 80,000 euros is nearly 70 grand. It's a fair price, but not if I've got to spend another 40 grand moving the thing. If I can cut a deal on the wartime tow truck, that could be the answer. The owner of the tow truck, I'm told, is a bloke called Franz, an 87-year-old World War II veteran who has spent years restoring it. It was built by a company called Fall, which has been going since the middle 1800s. The truck is so powerful it can pull a railway engine. This one is a 12-ton L900, built in 1942. Well, I've got to tell you, mate, this is something I'd really, really like to get my hands on. You don't see many of these. I don't think maybe there's 10, 11 left in the world of these. Yeah. And it's restored, very rare, yeah, very, very rare. It's big, it's beautiful. France has done a cracking job restoring this truck. The bodywork looks incredible. But looking good's not enough. I need a tow truck that can really tow. He restored all this himself. Yes, all unbelievable. This engine was built by Deutsch, a company set up by Nicholas Otto, inventor of the 4-stroke internal combustion engine. Runs beautifully.
we've landed on our feet here, the bodywork is beautifully restored and it's still got its super-sized engine and the interior is perfect.
God, lovely. Like being in a bus. I feel like Cliff Richard going on a summer holiday.
So far, so good. But now I have to haggle with two people for two vehicles to make this deal work.
Alex, listen, I'm really, really interested in that truck. And if we could do something with the truck and the trailer, I'd be a very, very happy bunny. What do you think you could get that for?
Between 60 and 70,000.
OK, can you negotiate with this man? I will deal through you and speak to you next week. The sooner we can do this, the better. OK. All right, but we're going to have to go because we've got to catch a flight to catch. I'm very excited about doing this package now. Alex, thanks a lot.
If the deal comes off, it's a lot of money. And I'd feel happier if I already had a buyer lined up. So we head for the airport. Next stop, Holland. I'm with Ian at the Millitrax fair at a place called Overloon in Holland. There are loads of interesting vehicles for sale here. There are tanks and more tanks, and there are command cars and ambulances and troop transporters and bikes and plenty else besides. I'm on the lookout for a half-track. Half-tracks are highly mobile, versatile vehicles with a wheel at the front and tank tracks at the back. I've got a buyer who's after a German 251 half-track. And if I can find an authentic one, there's a 50 grand finder's fee in it for me.
There's people here with all kinds of vehicles. If we're going to find a 2x1, it'll be here.
Does it matter what condition it's in?
No. As long as he's got tracks and a full body, we can flip this for a bundle of dough. Let's go and have a look around.
OK, all right.
This place is teeming with dealers, so I'm going to call in a few favours to see if one of them can't help out old Brucey.
If you hear of anybody with 251 to sell, and I'm in the market...
At the moment I can't help you, Bruce, but I will ask around, OK?
Ta-da, mate. Bye.
Ah! Hi, Bruce.
Listen, just the man.
I'll make some few calls, call you back.
Trying to find another 251. Pretty desperate. If you can help, I'd appreciate it. Look like yourself, mate. See you later. Ta-ra.
I'm not having much luck here. 3 strikes, no hits, and time is running out. Then bingo! I get a call from a dealer in Germany, and it's good news.
Listen, if it's the right money, I'll buy it. You know I will. But tell me how complete it is. If it's in good nick, I'll be on a plane now. I'll be out there straight away. Just tell me the price.
Saved by the bell. Apparently a 251 has come on the market, and I'd need to quickly do a deal before anybody gets word of it. And when it comes to quick deals, nothing negotiates better than cold, hard cash.
Tell you how quick, get on the phone to Bruce, tell him to get me a bundle of dough, all right? He'll know what sort of figures I need. Sort himself out a flight to Dusseldorf tomorrow morning, because this deal ain't going to last, and I can flip this quickly. You get on and do that, I'm going to go and chase it now. All right, lovely stuff.
The next morning, I meet my money man Hoos at Dusseldorf Airport. He's carrying a lot of dough for the 251 deal, so I don't want to hang about.
All right, got the money?
Yeah, got the money, mate. What's all this about?
Just get in the car till in a minute. Just get in the car, come on.
Yeah, nice to see you too, Bruce.
Get in the car. We've got a couple of miles to drive. We've got a quick deal to do.
251 half-tracks come on the market once in a blue moon, so I need to snap it up quick. I just hope Mr. Eugen Krings, who's got the thing, is up for doing me a deal.
What have you done to your finger, mate? Is that when you was working about how much you're going to charge us?
This is what I live for. Out in the middle of nowhere, you open a big, ugly barn door, and sitting there, covered in dust, is a valuable piece of history.
Oh, lovely, lovely, lovely. Eugen, you didn't tell me it was in this good nick. The engine's done.
This engine is perfect condition.
Fantastic, mate. Absolutely awesome, mate.
What, is that it?
Listen, mate, it's a bit of history. Believe me, this is as rare as rocking horse, because I'm telling you, I don't know of no other vehicle of this model that's still about.
All right, it might not pass an MOT, but it's a fantastic bit of kit. Dealers normally only have parts of 251s for sale. But with a chassis, tracks, wheels and a working engine, this vehicle is nearly 2/3 complete. So as long as it's authentic, game on.
Is this all original or was this remade?
Yes, all original, nothing remade.
Can I take the chassis number off this?
Chassis number is here on the front.
Wait, where's it? Oh, here is it. You can see it.
Lovely, OK, let's have a look at that. Take my glasses off, I'm blind as a bat. The chassis number is like an ID tag. Historians have catalogued every World War II vehicle. And the more you can find out about the history of a vehicle, the more valuable it is. And the thing that makes this unique is the fact that the serial number denotes what type of vehicle it is. So...
I think the price makes it unique, not the thing, innit?
Don't think about the price.
Yeah.
I can see you're thrilled. Hoos isn't seeing the full picture here. I need to have a quiet word. Could I see that paperwork, do you think?
Yes, I go and take the paper.
Yeah,
Okay.
if you could. All right, thanks, Ogre. OK, cheers, mate.
Okay,
Ta.
bye.
Listen, you numpty, you're not picking up on what's going on here, mate. I've got a Russian breaking his neck to give me a load of cash with a 50 grand profit on this if I can get it for the right money. So you go along with what I'm doing. Trust me, right? I've already got it. I've checked the chassis number, so if the paperwork is legit, I'm going to make an offer. Right, let's get down to business, mate. Now, what can we really do with this vehicle?
You must pay 120,000 euros for this.
I must pay 120,000 euros? I've got to go well south of that. 120 is a little bit... I was thinking more round about the 80 grand mark.
Please, that's nothing.
All right, I mean, obviously, I'm going to have to make a phone call and tell my kids that they can't have jam anymore on their toast, but I'm sure we can come up a little bit. We could possibly go up to 90 grand.
I say for you 110,000. Bruce, I think 110,000 euros is a good price.
110? It's still too much money, mate. I mean, listen, mate, I'm going to, don't. I'll tell you what I'll do, right? I've brought a few quid with me, right? If I can give you a cash deal now, I'd have it for 100 grand. How does that sound?
Okay, I think 100,000 euros, and you make a big barbecue with plenty of beer, okay?
And you can keep the bag as well.
Oh, whoopie-doo. Cheers, mate. I'm splashing the cash, all right. That's 100,000 euros on a half-track, maybe 80,000 on a tank transporter, and possibly 60 to 70 on the tow truck. That's a lot of money, but it's all good stuff. And I already have one buyer in place. So fingers crossed, all in all, I'm happy. I'm in sunny Caen in France. You look healthy, you've lost weight.
Cannot be, Bruce.
Yeah. Big auctions only happen 2 or 3 times a year, so dealers from all over the world have come sniffing for bargains. There's a few undercover money people here buying some stuff, believe me. There's people bidding for princes from the Middle East here, and the Russians are here. They're going to be spending big dough. I can end up spending too much at auctions, so Hoos has tagged along as the voice of reason. It's all about what the prices go for.
The Sherman, he said, will kick off at 20,000.
It's a lot of money.
There's some nice stuff here, but one big item stands out from the crowd. Something I've never before seen for sale. It's got to be somewhere big because of the size of the thing. Oh, have a look. That is a U-boat. This is what I'm here for. It's the top of a U-boat. Type 7, with the markings of the 12th Flotilla. To you, it's a killer submarine. To me, it's a nice piece of garden furniture. That could be done up, put in my pond as though it's just coming out of the water. The U-boat was one of the most effective weapons the Germans had. They sank more than 14 million tonnes of Allied ships, disrupting supplies of food and fuel. But you wouldn't want to be a German submariner. 3 out of every 4 U-boats were destroyed. Nasty way to go. One was even sunk by the captain flushing the toilet the wrong way. This is not the whole submarine, obviously. What this is the conning tower. This is the control centre, and this is, when you see the old World War II films, when you see a submarine rising out of the water, you'll see the periscope come up. This is the bit that you see silently coming out of the water first. And they'll all come up through the hatches, up to the conning tower here, and then all the command people come out the top.
So, what was the price, Bruce?
The guide price is €5,000. That's about 4,200 quid.
This is a submarine. But wood floats, mate.
It's not wood, it's made of...
Wood floats.
Conning Town, my Conning I like. That's all plywood, mate. This may be the only wooden U-boat ever built, but in this case, rarity doesn't equal value. Look at that, it's all bent. But all is not lost. In the next shed, there's a gem. It's a German mobile fill kitchen. This is in really good nick. This is your Aga of the 1940s. All the trays are in it. These, you've got to make sure the chimney's OK with it. In a war, providing food is just as important as guns and bullets. This kitchen is known as a goulash cannon because when the chimney was folded down for transport, it looked like a gun. Each kitchen could feed over 200 soldiers, but very few of these kitchens survived the war. Horse-drawn, as most of them were, it's a misconception that the German army were all Panzers and armoured fighting vehicles. People always find it surprising, but 80% of German army transport in World War II were horse-drawn. Your average German division had about 900 motor vehicles, but 5,000 horses.
How much is this going for, then?
Well, he's got it down at 8,000 euros. It's top money, believe me.
I don't want to burst your bubble, mate, but he's retracted this and it's been put into reserve.
What do you mean it's been retracted?
It's not for sale.
It is, it's in the catalogue.
No, there it is there. Have a look and you'll see. It's been taken out of it.
First, a plywood U-boat. Now this. I'm starting to get annoyed. Then I see it. Cat and crad is something we can do something with. They have gone through the roof in price. They've doubled in price in the last 3 years. Cat and crad means motorbike with tracks. They're amazing machines and a great investment. I've already got a couple that I've bought and fixed up. The Cat and crad was built for German airborne units. It was small enough to be carried on board German aircraft. In Europe for years after the war, they continued to be used by farmers as tractors. What is this in the auction? How much?
45,000 euros.
45,000 euros, that's the guide price, so that's £40,000. It'll go for a lot more than that. The trouble is, over the years, cat and crads have been patched up with non-authentic parts, and that lowers the value. There's a lot ain't right with this. That's new. That's completely wrong. That's had a whole new back on it. Brand new. Wrong. Knob's right. There's not one piece of this vehicle that you can't buy off the shelf reproduced today. All made in Czechoslovakia.
So, if everything's so wrong, why are you going to spend 45,000 euros on this?
45,000 euros, done up, this fetches over £100,000. With the work done, you'll have a perfect vehicle, runs beautifully, and it will be an original thing.
It costs a fortune in parts and labour to restore a dodgy vehicle, so you have to pick it up good and cheap. But in these auctions, it's easy to get carried away.
Listen, right, I want the vehicle. I ain't going to go mad. Let's see what we do on that cat crad. If we can run them down, we'll go for it.
Well, please remember we've got a budget, yeah?
I know. So we've got to play the game with these people and see what we can just wiggle out of them.
Keep to the budget, right?
Shush, cat crad. Right.
This is it.
An auction is like poker. Different people have different strategies. I believe if you bid too early, it drives the price up. I like to wait till the last second before the hammer falls, then you demoralise the bloke that thinks he's got it.
45 500, 46 000, 46 500, 47 000.
Coming late.
48 000.
Coming late.
49 000.
No, listen, mate, it's coming too much money now, mate. You're not going to earn money.
I'm hanging on, then I'm going to strike. I'm having it then.
Don't you dare, mate. Don't you dare.
Golden rule. You decide what you want to pay, and you do not go above it. This is why I'm here.
Don't you dare, Bruce, go for it. You can't afford it.
Freaking sold it. Bruce, you numpty. I can't believe what's just happened there. You just cost me 30 grand.
Mate, I've saved you
I
money.
said to you, let me do the bidding, right? What's all that touchy-feely stuff holding me back?
No, 50,000 euros. You want over the budget.
Mate. We could have made money on that with no problem at all.
I'll find you one cheaper and more authentic.
You find me one of them,
all right,
and make me a 30 grand
I'll make
clear
you
profit, right? And then you will get your Christmas bonus.
Come on.
I can't believe what's just happened here. Unbelievable. While the boys are busy with the barrel, I've come to the Czech capital, Prague. When the Nazis invaded Czechoslovakia in March 1939, they forced the Skoda company to manufacture military vehicles for them, including the Hetzer tank destroyer. When the Germans finally scarred them, they were in a hurry and left loads of interesting stuff behind. And a bloke I know called Faris Vitak has spent most of his life buying it all up. Faris.
Hey.
I'm freezing here.
Good to see you.
Right?
Faris
scours this part of the world for bits of military history.
Well, this is your
He
one,
specialises in World War II vehicles, but I'm here for the smaller, unique items that he's hoarded over the years.
Yeah, we ain't got to go up there, have we? We go upstairs. Be careful, Bruce.
Yeah, I'm taking my life in my hands here. Bloody hell. Oh, right, little Aladdin's cave we've got up here, have we? There is so much stuff here that we need, mate. I feel like a kid in a sweet shop here, mate. When you restore a valuable bit of history, you want to use authentic parts, and that's where blokes like Faris come in. Row upon row of shelves stuffed with goodies. And in amongst them, if you keep your eyes peeled, are some real gems. Oh, hang on a minute, yeah. What's this? That's an aircraft dock, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
Oh, sorry,
No
Faris.
problem,
That's
no problem.
original wartime dust. Do you know what aircraft it's off?
This guy who gave them to me told me that they came from Stuka.
That's the Stuka dive bomber, yeah?
Yeah.
The Bow UK-1 blind flight club was a vital aid to low visibility flying. And in an emergency landing, Luftwaffe pilots were ordered to salvage them along with their precious gun sights. How much would that be? Come on.
I want 250 euros, please.
150, come on, 150.
No, 250, it's a fair price.
No, come on. Look, I've pressed the button, it's actually running now, look. But it was delayed, so it's got a problem. I'll tell you what I'll do, I'll go to 200. 200, that is a cracking deal.
220, Bruce.
Oh, you're killing me here. 220, done. All right, lovely. There's profit, Rock. They can fetch as much as 250 quid. Faris, you've got headphones and mics here.
Yeah.
Listen, mate, I'm always in need of these things. Are these nicely dated or? Yeah, 44.
Yeah, underneath, yeah.
Yeah, 44. Yeah, they're good. These are Panza, German. I can't hear. These are they're good.
You look great.
I look great, don't I, yeah? Mate, I've got to tell you, I'm always after these, and the throat mic to go with them. One-eyed Wiley Post, an American aviator, was the first man to fly solo round the world. He was also one of the first men to fly at high altitude, wearing one of these special flying suits. But flying high is a noisy business, so he incorporated headphones and a throat mic into his suit so he didn't have to shout all the time. The Germans thought this kit so wunderbar, they actually gave it to their tank crews, and I want Faris's. I've got to be honest here, I want them, but I've got to have them at 400, mate.
I paid too much, Bruce. It's always, that's the only set I got.
Come on.
You know what? Let's make 450.
Let's make 400.
You know, I want 450 for the whole set.
On, mate.
450. That's fair.
425, we got a deal. 425.
Okay.
Yeah, 425. See?
Okay.
Yeah. See,
deal.
you get there in the end, didn't we? Bought for 300 quid, but to the right collector or enthusiast, worth 3 times that. And I've spotted something else that might be an earner. A wartime German suitcase is nice in itself, but experience tells me it's what's inside that counts. You didn't tell me you had this sort of stuff. Was this one man's kit from the war?
Yeah.
You know, I'm not an expert, but this is a camouflage SS suit. You know, look at the buttons. You can tell they're all original. This has been well used. Yeah, nice, mate. Although the SS were evil through and through, they liked to look good, and at the start of the war, they wore swanky Hugo Boss wool uniforms. But by 1943, German industry was running low on basic raw materials. SS camouflage uniforms were being hobbled together from stuff like cellulose and recycled rags made up by forced labour. The late war bayonet.
I see.
That is nice. That is very, very nice. It's got a toolkit inside. How does that come? I don't want to do it.
This way.
Ah,
This
right.
way.
So this is their Swiss Army knife. Look, corkscrew in there. That's incredible. They didn't make many of these, did they?
They made about 1,000 of them on the end of the war.
Right. Well, that's really nice. The SG-42 bayonet was designed by Robert Class. The multi-purpose handle was a copy of the famous Swiss Army knife, designed in the late 19th century. Because so few were made, very few survived. I want this case. It's one man's personal pieces, isn't it?
Yeah.
Even his gloves. He's done me a right favour here because I'm freezing. I could use them now. And if I buy it, you've got to put some heating in this building. I mean, I know in my mind what I think the value of this is. It's a time capsule, and that's what interests me. Do you want me to give you a price for that?
Make me an offer.
I'd give you €8,000 for all that in there.
No, sorry, Bruce. I think it's not enough. This camouflage set is at least €8,000.
Right.
It's very hard to find. The bayonet is like €4,000. It's exceptionally rare. For the whole set, I want at least €15,000.
You know, you're saying 15, I'm saying 8. I'd go at 10,000.
I'd rather keep it. I can keep it for another 10 years and I will get even more.
I'll go 11,000. That's the lot, and I'll take it all. Come on, what's your final price?
At least 12,500. That's my best.
No, come on, 12,000. I know you want to. 12. Give us your hand. Come on. There you go. That one. 12,000. I'm happy with that. That's about £8,500, which might sound a lot, but I won't have any trouble shifting the contents. This sort of stuff is in high demand. And in any case, if the boys can meet the Hetzer shipping deadline, I've got a whack of money which will more than balance the books. I'm heading an hour northwest of Prague to see a man. Not about a dog, but about a tiger. A contact of mine called Dmitri, who's been collecting top-end militaria for 30 years, recently relocated here from Moscow with over 100 tons of military gear. And rumour has it he has a load of Tiger tank parts, enough to build a whole one. Now I'm selling one tank, I can start thinking about buying another, but don't tell my wife Sue. Though the first thing I spy is not a Tiger, but a lovely German half-track. Dimitri, nice to see you again. And
Right.
your 250 looks lovely, mate. It's a big new place you've got here.
Yeah.
What was this building? What was it?
It was a sugar factory.
Sugar. So it's like a sweet shop.
Yeah, sweet shop.
Yeah. So I'm in the right place then.
Correct.
She sounds fine, mate. But
the
what are these
half-track
parts
is
here,
the
Dimitri?
last thing
Tiger
on my
one.
mind.
I've never seen so much Tiger tank pieces in one place. Tiger tanks are so rare, they're close to extinction, and I'm sure Dimitri knows it. You've got a barrel over there, muzzle brake. Is this is a complete lid?
Turret roof with commander's cupola.
Mantle, you've got the breech.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. This is front armour. I mean, just the thickness of this. Incredible. What's that?
100 millimeters.
100 millimetres.
4 inches.
Just amazing. I mean, just to have one item from a Tiger is a collector's dream.
Yes.
I feel a bit faint. I need a chair. Because Tigers weighed almost twice as much as Shermans, many bridges were too weak to carry them, so they needed snorkels to get air into their engines while crossing deep rivers. Tigers also guzzled petrol. but in battle they were very, very tough. As far as I know, there are only 2 running Tigers left in the world, but there's enough parts here for me to build a 3rd.
Dimitri, I mean, this is something I would love to own. It's like finding a Roman treasure for me, this. It's just incredible. Is it something that could be for sale?
I would love to have these Tiger tank parts, but is Dimitri willing to let them go?
You must think about possibly selling this.
No, sell, never. You can't sell a dream.
I understand that. I do understand that. If you ever do consider selling it, please phone Bruce.
It's a real shame Dimitri ain't selling, but restoring a World War II vehicle is a labour of love, and I should know. I might have missed out on Dimitri's Tiger tank parts, but I'm not leaving here without something to show for my troubles. Luckily, it's got more treasure than Long John Silver.
What is that?
Compass, Kurskreisen.
Yeah? Yeah, very, very nice.
The gyro compass was designed in 1906 by a German explorer to help him find the North Pole in a submarine. It's good for ships and also for tanks.
I have the box of this at home for the Panza. This is really, really nice, and it completely works.
Oh. Yes.
A normal magnetic compass gets confused by all the metal in a ship or a tank and goes haywire. But a gyro compass contains a gyroscope spinning at 300 times a second, which is so incredibly sensitive it can detect the rotation of the Earth. If you want to know precisely how it works, don't ask me.
So you would set your bearings in it and then drive according to the compass bearing, yeah? The driver. That's really very, very nice.
Dimitri's gyro compass is from a World War II German tank, and I've got the box for it back home, which will make its value point true north.
You see, it's fate that the box is in England, so please, how much?
I cannot go lower than 6,000 euros.
I mean, I want it, but I don't want to pay 6,000 euros. I mean, I want it, and, you know, 4,000 euros I'd be really happy with. Come on, 4,000. What do you think?
No. The only I can do is 5.5. It's unbelievable.
I know it is, I know, but
rare. You'll never find it.
5.5 is unbelievably rare as well.
And for me, it was also a big trouble to get it.
Honestly, I want it badly. It's magnetic to me.
Yes.
It's magnetic to me.
So but it's anti-magnetic.
No, but it's found my heart. Look, 5,000 euros. 5,000 euros, and it's got a good home. 5,000. Come on, 5,000. Okay. Lovely. Thank you very much. I'm very, very happy.
At that price for a gyro compass, I'm only headed in one direction. That's the bank to cash in. And to see 2 men about Jed the gun barrel. With the dynamic duo tasked with picking up the tank, it leaves me time to do some picking of my own. There's a bloke who lives out in the suburbs of Cairns called Tim White, who I'm told has some interesting bits and bobs.
Hello, hello! Hey, how you going, Bruce?
Oh, blimey.
I'll just shut it up for you.
Cheers. So this is a little den of iniquity.
This is it, the man cave.
Yeah.
This is James, he's a
Hello,
mate of mine.
James, pleased to meet you, mate. All right.
Yep.
You're an enthusiast as well, are you?
Oh, yes, I am.
Yeah?
Well, James is more than an enthusiast. He's come down to help me. James was a warrant officer in Armoured Corps.
Oh, were you really?
I served a couple of years in Vietnam.
Oh, did you? You were up in Vietnam?
Yep.
I didn't expect to meet a Vietnam vet in a garage in Cairns, but I shouldn't be surprised. In the Northern Hemisphere, America and her allies agreed to help each other as members of NATO. The equivalent in the South was the Southeast Asia Treaty Organisation, of which Australia was a member. So when the Yanks went into Vietnam, Australia sent its 60,000 troops to help them, some of whom were Aboriginal.
You're the first Australian Vietnam vet I've met. But listen, you've got some bits for me to look at. I really am looking on some of the smaller, interesting items, specifically things that have got a bit of history to them.
My family have a long tradition in the military. I served in Somalia in the infantry. I served in the 1st Battalion. My father served in the 1st Battalion in Vietnam. My grandfather was in the Second World War. My great-grandfather was in the First World War. So I've become the family custodian.
Very few of us have written down our parents' and grandparents' wartime memories. So much fascinating history has been lost. But Tim has amazing stories to tell, and some are very dark.
Well, this is my uncle Neil. He served in the Australian Imperial Forces in the Pacific. He, in 1942, was on his way to Singapore, and as we know, Singapore was captured by the Japanese. They were sailing past the Bougainville Islands, and the Japanese intercepted their vessel and brought them to shore. The Japanese colonel got this idea that rather than take them POW, he would dispatch them on the island. That became known as the Toll Plantation Massacre. There were 117 soldiers that were used as practice, samurai sword practice. Some were beheaded, some were run through with samurai swords.
The Japanese never abided by the Geneva Convention, and through violence, starvation and forced labour, they managed to kill roughly 1 in 3 of their POWs. Despite their gruesome history, Japanese World War II swords are highly collectible. They were well made and beautifully decorated.
This is the samurai sword here.
Thankfully, it's not the one used on his great uncle. As you know, all Japanese officers had samurai swords. Now, a lot of them, through family tradition, took their family inherited swords.
That's correct.
And some unbelievably historic swords went to war. But this is a mass-produced officer's sword. Got to be careful. Japanese swords became such prize spoils that Australian troops made and sold fakes to American GIs. But this one is authentic. It's got a grain steel blade, original decoration, and it doesn't say made in Oz on the handle. What sort of money you got on that?
What do you, James? I mean, you're older and wiser. You've been around the block a few times. What are your thoughts?
Oh, $3,500 Australian dollars.
3,500 at 1,750 quid. That is a little bit on the heavy side. Honestly, top whack at $2,500.
2.5.
2.5. That's a good price. I'm gonna
3,000. You got it.
I nearly went. I thought he was going to say 2.5.
3,000.
2,750. Come on. You got me halfway. 2,750.
3,000 off bubble wrap.
All right, 3,000.
3,000.
3,000.
Yeah.
True. These Aussies try a hard bargain, but it's still a fair price. I'm happy. Right, what else we got? Anything else to go with this?
Well, what I will show you is this hat up here, which is a standard issue Australian Army hat. If you could have a good look at that.
Right.
It's got
You just hold that, Russ. Yeah.
pargaree on it.
It's called a slouch hat or a bush hat. The design actually dates back to the English Civil War. The Cavaliers had floppy hats tied up at the brim on one side so that they could carry a rifle on their shoulder. An authentic Australian army slouch hat should have around it a pudgery or fine linen bag. Is there any story or any history with this?
What I will tell you, Bruce, this hat belonged to this man here, Bill Garrick.
Is this that hat?
That's the same hat he's got on his head there. Now, Bill was captured in Dutch East India by the Japanese during the war. Now, at the time, the Japanese needed to transport the prisoners of war to Singapore. So Bill's been transported to Singapore. Whilst on that vessel, the Japanese ship, he's been torpedoed by an American submarine. By an American submarine. So there were 772 Allied troops on that ship. 560 were killed, drowned, or killed in the torpedo. Bill survived, and his hat survived to tell the story.
That's incredible. War is cruel and chaotic. During World War II, literally hundreds of thousands of soldiers were killed accidentally by their own side. The fact that there's a story behind the hat raises the value. I mean, that's the sort of thing that I really, am interested in. Is the photo for sale with the hat?
Yes, definitely.
You got a figure in mind for these two items?
We're looking at about $400 Australian.
It's 200 quid. I ain't even going to argue. Thank you very much. I'm happy with that. Lovely. That's a nice bit of history, that. It's a nice slouch hat and a fascinating story. It seems disrespectful to build, and it's not a bad price. What's that over the back there?
This knife here.
Yeah.
Wait. Yeah, that's a commando knife.
This is actually not a British commando knife. It's actually an American copy. And this particular knife is what's called a Raider stiletto. The Raider stiletto was used by the US Marine Corps and Special Forces. 14,000 Raider knives were produced, but I know that very few authentic Raider stilettos still exist. Sometimes the scabbards on their own can be worth more than the knife.
Sure.
You got a figure on that?
As you said, it comes with the scabbard, and finding the two together are pretty hard to find. I'm thinking 200. What do you reckon?
200 Australian dollars.
200 Australian.
About 100.
That's right.
Pounds. I couldn't give you that for it.
Yeah. Okay, see, because $200 I thought was a fair price.
Let me finish. It's too cheap. I ain't down here to just meet people, get to know them and then rip them off. That's worth a lot more, okay? A fair price for this is $500. And that's what I'm prepared to give you for that.
$500. That's a bloody fair price, mate.
Lovely. All right, lovely. Yeah, I'm pleased with that. Really, really pleased with that. Good deal when both parties are happy. And I seem to have left Tim with a smile on his face. While the twins hunt, I'm going walkabout with my new best friend, Tim White. He's taken me to a remote place that was of massive importance during World War II.
You do get a bit of a false perception when you drive here, because you've got to kind of take your mind back, 60 years when there were no roads.
A monsoon climate means Cairns has a tropical rainforest, and I'm heading right in. I'm going to False Cape in Aborigine territory. You can't set foot here without an Aborigine escort or guide. Hello, lads, all right? Yep. I'm Bruce. Thanks, mate. Good looking by nickname. Yep. All right. How you doing, all right? Boys think I'm the first Brit ever to enter this remote location. As we go further and further, the terrain gets more and more treacherous.
You blokes want to jump off and then I'll cruise down, eh?
According to Tim, False Cape was a crucial spot for the Aussie Army when it came to defending their coasts.
As we come around here, you'll see there was a big turntable that they had the gun on.
Right.
In the back here were the ammunition bays.
Oh, it's a proper old emplacement, isn't it? In 1942, it looked like Japan was gearing up to invade Australia. And of course, to take over a country, you need to control its ports. So Cairns was potentially in the firing line. False Cape had two massive 155mm heavy guns, a 40mm anti-aircraft gun and a radar facility.
Now, if you look over in the point over here, you can see Yarrabah Point over there, and directly over here you can see Cairns. Now, you can imagine back in the war, none of these trees were here.
No.
That's all post-war growth. You can hit a ship anywhere within your field of vision.
Right, OK. According to the official history of Australia's war, the Japanese never came close to invading. But these guys have a different story to tell.
Japanese were sighted at the beach in Yarrabah. The Yarrabah community notified the defence that they had seen Japanese.
You actually say that Japanese troops were sighted or landed here? At the time, this information was kept a military secret, possibly to prevent general panic in the population. But if these guys are right, Australia may have narrowly escaped a full-scale Japanese invasion.
A Japanese submarine was sighted on that same day here by the people that were manning this observation post.
So it could have been a shore party or something like that,
It could have been a shore party, they could have been a recce party, they could have been coming to find water.
So Australia was invaded by the Japanese?
Australia was invaded by the Japanese, and that invasion occurred just down here.
In Southeast Asia, a lot of warfare was jungle-based, and in Australia, many surviving artefacts are military knives and cutting weapons not found in Europe. I can see what you got there, Bruce. So it's a bolo knife, right? Yeah. I mean, very nice.
It's a good nick too.
Yeah, very desirable now. I mean, originally designed by the Philippines, but wasn't that shape actually.
adopted by the Americans and manufactured in the First World War. These things are becoming quite scarce. I've got to be honest with you, this one's in very nice condition.
So that's nearly 100 years old.
Yeah, yeah. The bolo knife, like the scythe and machete, started as a farming tool, in this case for chopping sugarcane. But the army had other ideas. It was designed to cut, hack, and specifically chop at arteries, OK? You get it round the neck with that, you ain't going to be getting up. That's very nice, I've got to be honest with you, in good condition. What are you asking for that, Bruce?
About 800 bucks.
800 Australian bucks, yeah? That's a little bit top-heavy what I'd like to give. I mean, you got a bit of movement on that?
Oh, I'll come down as far as 6.
600 bucks. So we're talking about 300 quid there. £300, I'd have that. It's nice, it's in nice condition. It's sort of deal. Thank you, Bruce. Okay. One Bruce to another.
Yep.
Good on you. Nice touch, that, very nice. Authentic bolos are even rarer in Europe, so the sell-on price will be higher. Dawn hasn't dawned yet, and I'm heading down to the Channel Tunnel with Freddie on my way to La Belle, France. I do like the tunnel, but I can't help thinking that British history would have turned out a lot less happily if we'd always been connected to the continent. We're heading east to the region of Lorraine on the border with Germany, in search of a vital spare part for my German half-track. Why Lorraine? Well, German 251 half-tracks were used to support Panzer divisions, and Lorraine was the site of a massive tank battle where the Germans got completely hammered. Destroyed Panzers means destroyed half-tracks means spare parts. Sure enough, my aptly named mate, Michel Lorraine, says he's got the differential I need. But before visiting his place, he's taken me to Aracourt, the scene of the massive tank battle. Cool, this is a proper tank country here.
Absolutely.
So the whole battle was all here?
The battle took place here, 1944.
In autumn 1944, the US Third Army was moving quickly through France towards Germany. Hitler tried to stop it here. The German force was huge, but the Americans had two advantages: superior air power and General George S. Patton, a genius in armoured warfare. After 10 days of fighting, the Germans had lost 200 tanks and assault guns, a catastrophe for the Third Reich. To this day, the fields here are still throwing up tank parts, and local barns are full of things left behind after the battle. The area sounds like it has rich pickings, and hopefully I'll find out at the local mayor's place. He has the memorable, but not very French name, Slim Fat Boy. And this is where Slim Fat Boy's got all his stuff?
Yes.
Can we have a look?
Slim Fat Boy's shed.
Does he give free samples away?
Ah!
Oh!
Slim Fat Boy!
Salut!
Comment
ça va? How you doing, all right?
Bruce Crompton.
This is Freddie.
Le 18 septembre.
The 18th of September.
1944.
1944.
Right.
Il y a 50 chars allemands qui sont arrivés par la route que l'on voit là-bas où il y a le camion
You
qui
see
passe.
the road, 50 German tanks went from this road to here.
Yes.
American tanks were in ambush.
Yes.
It was a tank battle face to face.
So there must have been a lot of destroyed vehicles.
Yeah, yeah. The peasants are plugging with the tractor.
Yeah.
Parts coming out when the peasants come with the plough, you know.
So they plough gold.
Yes, yes. Comes.
And you sell to crazy Englishmen, yeah? The military relics at battle sites like this tend to be neglected and dilapidated. Farmers will often let you have them cheap because they've been gathering dust in their gloomy barns and dark sheds for years. What is this, a trailer?
C'est une remorque.
Ouais, c'est une remorque de
flak.
Yeah,
this is anti-aircraft gun trailer.
This is from this battle? Yeah?
Yes, this is from this battle here.
So this is a 20mm flak trailer for an anti-aircraft gun, yeah?
Yes, exactly.
Does he have the wheels for this as well?
Yes, he has the wheels.
He has the wheels. The German Sonder Anhänger 51 trailer transported anti-aircraft guns as well as searchlights and ammunition. I've seen these trailers sell for $3 grand, and I've spotted another diamond in the rough that could be worth the same. The Dodge here, this Dodge, would this have been from the war as well?
Yes, yes. After the war, the peasants used these as tractors.
But it's definitely 100% from
this
here.
place.
It's a bit battered, but hidden under the chicken wire is a World War II Dodge Command car, which was used to transport American officers. The car had a dangerous reputation because, from the air, its distinctive shape made it a target for enemy pilots seeking high-ranking kills.
I'm interested, right?
Okay.
It's a lot of work, right?
Okay.
But I want peasant prices.
Combien coûte la remorque et combien coûte le Dodge?
500 et 500.
500 and 500.
500 and 500.
Yes.
1,000 euros for the pair, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you.
C'est
Lovely.
d'accord pour 1000 euros les deux.
Yeah, these are good peasant prices.
Peasant price.
Yeah, yeah, very, very good.
That's a win-win. Slim Fat Boy gets his woodshed back and I make a couple of grand towards building my Jad Panther. And hopefully he's got more gems lurking in the shadows of his murky barn.
It's a little gold mine here, isn't it? Oh, hang on, what you got here? Freddie, look at this. So that's an American 50 caliber, yeah?
Yes, it is, my friend.
Even beyond repair, a gun like this has real value as an unrestored relic of a key World War II battle.
Oh, you got jerry cans then, Michelle, yeah?
Yes, exactly.
Nice paint on it as well. Yeah, yeah, very nice.
In war, fuel is as important as bullets, and the German jerry can was brilliantly engineered. British fuel cans leaked and needed 3 separate tools to open, fill and pour. But the jerry can was sturdy, watertight and needed no extra equipment.
God, you got all kinds of things in here, you know? So this is a 20mm anti-aircraft telescopic sight. It's got the little lenses in it as well. It's even got the little hand brush.
Exactly.
You know, to clean the lenses.
Never seen, never seen.
No, no, no.
An anti-aircraft gun is only as effective as its targeting sight. German Flak 38 crews detached theirs for safekeeping, and this one and its case are in amazingly good condition.
This is the barrel logbook, isn't it? Yeah?
Yes,
for
exactly.
testing the books.
Look, there are stamps.
Ah, right, when it was tested, yeah.
Even in bad condition, you never came across such one.
The optics are rare enough, but for the paper logbook and operator's manual to have survived in a damp barn all these years is exciting.
This flak sight for the anti-aircraft 20mm gun, how much is this?
Au moins 150 euros, 150.
He wants at last 150 euros for this box.
150 euros?
Yeah.
Done.
Okay, my friend.
Number one.
C'est bon.
Merci.
To the right buyer, the sight could be worth several £100 more. And my next target is the 50 cal.
I'm very interested in this. It's from this battle. It's a memorial piece.
Yes.
I mean, what do you reckon on these things? You've used them.
This is like 80 years old and they're still using this kind of technology today. Still use 50 cals in most armies around the world. It's certainly an effective weapon.
Là, moi, si elle part, je veux 200 euros.
He will left for not less than 200 euros.
Done. I'm very pleased with this. This is
Yes.
good. It's a historical memento from this
Absolutely.
The gun needs a bit of work, but Slim Fat Boy's being more than fair. These are bargain prices, and when you're offered a bargain, don't haggle.
Right, let's have a look at these. So, what would be his best price on these?
Qu'est-ce que ce serait le meilleur prix pour les deux jerrycans?
20 euros pour les deux.
20 euros for both.
Done. Absolutely, 100%.
For you only?
No, for me. I tell Nut I'm zipped about this, trust me.
Never mind the jerry can. At these prices, I'm doing the can. Freddie and me are in Lorraine, eastern France, which saw a lot of action in World War II.
I definitely feel like a French white van man now.
Yeah.
I've got my second medal now. I've got English white van man, and I've got French white van man.
Michel Lorraine started collecting World War II motorbikes in the 1960s, but he's now a renowned dealer in all sorts of militaria. He's got 2 differentials for a 251 German half-trap. And if I'm going to sell mine and raise the cash to build a Jad Panther, I can't leave without a good one.
All right, so which is the better one, Freddie?
Yeah, the one on the left on the face of it. Without actually taking them apart, it's a bit difficult to tell. This one looks like the better one to go with.
If Freddie can get my 251 up and running, I could sell it for as much as 250 grand, and Michelle knows it. So I'm bargaining from a weak position.
What's my best price on them? Come on.
Ah, you every time wants the best price.
I know, but I'm a poor man. I have children to feed, and
I am a poor scrap merchant.
No, I've never met a poor scrap merchant.
I can go down till 2,000 a piece.
2,000 a piece. Okay, we only need one. You think they're good though, yeah?
I guarantee.
Okay, guarantee.
You know, I have one word.
Okay. 2,000 for the good one, yeah?
Yes, okay.
2,000 for the good one. Okay, job done, Michelle.
That's a very fair price, and getting the diff means mission accomplished. But as I'm here, I might as well check out what else Michelle has got stashed away.
So, what we got in here, Michelle?
He's famous for sitting on the most surprising military relics.
Right, okay.
Come on, Bruce. I will let you see my new baby.
What is that?
This is officer's car from Didion Bouton, World War I. All is original.
You got a real gem here.
This could be quite a find. Locals say that during World War I, the Dion Bouton cars were driven by American officers. If Michelle's has a high-ranking connection, I might want it.
50 kilometers from here, it was the 170th Tank School, commanded by Colonel Patton.
Oh, in the First World War, yeah.
Yes,
that was
1917.
Here. So, Patton could have driven in this car?
This is quite possible.
Again, US Colonel George S. Patton of World War I became Major General George S. Patton of World War II. He had some dodgy views, but was a brilliant general whose golden rule was hit 'em fast and hit 'em hard. If this motor was the great man's Great War runaround, I've got customers ready to pay a mint for it.
What sort of money would this be?
I
mean, just give me an idea, you know?
It's not possible to give any price, because this is a piece of history.
Everything's got a price.
If you give me a very, very sensible offer, maybe I will think about.
If I put 500,000 euros down now, would you be interested?
This is a real temptation.
Yeah, so it is for sale then, isn't it? It's lovely, mate.
This is a tricky one. If it was Patton's car, it's worth a packet. But if it wasn't, that packet's empty. Until Michelle can prove that connection, I'll bide my time. But Michelle says there's plenty more to see in his cellar. So I head downstairs, expecting a few cardboard boxes and a wine rack. How wrong can I be?
Blooming hell, mate, you have expanded. I didn't know it was this big. And you got so much, the price has obviously come down a bit.
1940s price.
We're going to be here all day looking at this stuff.
I'm gobsmacked. It's as big as a booze cruise hypermarket. But some of the sell-by dates are well beyond expired.
Brand new. This has still got air in it from 1942.
Exactly, my friend. Take a sniff.
Michelle's got loads of stuff squirreled away in his giant cellar. Some of it quite rare, but it's often quirkier items hiding in dark corners that are worth most.
What's that?
This is something really rare. This was in every grocery in the wartime in Germany.
You're joking, yeah? So what is it?
This is warning you if you are black market people to leave the grocery because he does not want to do any black market with any people.
The National Socialists believed in state control of everything, including prices. They decreed that food should be cheap, which pleased everyone except the farmers, who stopped producing it. Soon, factory workers were collapsing from hunger, and a black market in food took off, which the Nazis tried their best to stamp out, with warnings like this one.
It's original from the war.
It's full original wartime.
Would that be for sale?
I want 400 euros for this.
400. 440, did you say? Come on. I don't know.
This is paper. Paper did not survive, you know.
No, I know.
You never come across such one.
200 euros, go on.
Give me 250.
I don't know.
250 euros, we can have a deal.
Done.
Okay, my friend.
This poster is a fascinating piece of social history. On the right day, I reckon I could shift it for 750 quid. Not bad.
Yeah, you got. Hang on, what's this? What is it?
This altimeter.
That's nearly as big as your Rolex.
Yeah.
This is for plane World War I.
Right. So what goes in the plane, hangs in the plane?
Yeah, he was hanging here.
So it was actually attached to the aircraft.
Suspended in the plane, you know?
Right, yeah.
Early aviators realised it was quite useful to know how high they were flying. It helped to avoid mountains, and in the First World War, it was also useful for reconnaissance.
Where they were flying over the enemy lines and they're taking photographs of the trenches, they want to know what height they were taken at so they can scale the photos, and simple things like, am I high enough to be out of range of rifle fire?
How much do you take for that?
I would say 1,000 euros. This is plane part World War I, you know?
Oh, no, mate. Listen, Michel, I can't pay 1,000 for it. 500, I think 500 is a fair price.
I can go down to 800 for you.
That's still too expensive, mate. 600.
No, 700. This is the very last price I ever can do.
Yeah, 615, we got a deal.
I hate you. Don't come to me anymore.
Please, you're breaking me up.
That's another valuable item in my hypermarket basket. Michel is like me. He knows he has to sell stuff, but it pains him to let it go.
What's that?
This is something of real interest.
Oh, you ain't kidding, it is. Is it an ashtray?
Yes.
Yeah, it looks like a car coming up out of the water, though.
It's a triple amphibious car, right? Like the Swimwagen, correct? Yeah?
Exactly.
It looks like an E-Type Jag. The triple SG6 amphibious vehicle was produced by the Bugatti car factory in occupied France. Only around 1,000 triples were built because they weren't quite as efficient as the Volkswagen amphibious Swimwagen. So the ashtray is a lovely and very rare curio.
How much is that going to cost me?
I would say 900 euros.
Listen, hey, for an ashtray, 300 euros, come on. You can't...
No, this is too low price. This is not a normal ashtray, you know. Anytime speaking about money, this is not money, this is piece of art.
Oh, it's a piece of art, piece of history, but I'll give you 600 euros for it. 600, come on.
800.
I don't even want to split the difference. 650.
700.
Done.
Okay, my friend.
To the right buyer, that ashtray's a smoking little bit of military history, which should put another 500 quid in my Jad Panther pot.
You've got all kinds of bits in here.
Stop finding. Stop.
What is that? Is that a radiator cap? Is that a Renault tank?
This is for a Renault car.
Right.
A very big Renault car after World War I. And this is featuring FT-17 tank.
From the turn of the 20th century, prestige cars were fitted with decorative radiator caps. This one commemorates Renault's FT tank, which, unlike German tanks of the time, could easily get over World War I battlefields and trenches.
Is that for sale? Of course it's for sale. How much is that?
It's not for sale.
Come on, how much is that?
800 euros for you.
You got 800 on the brain. I mean, 500.
No, this is too low. I would say 600 for you.
550.
Okay.
Well done.
That's another unusual piece to cap off a great trip to France. But it's time to head home so Freddie can fit the differential onto the German 251.